Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everyone out there doing tonight? Welcome to Markel's TV, the podcast for Saturday Roll Call. What's going on? Who we got? Mr. H in here. How you doing, Mr. H? Salute to all vets. What's going on, Barry? I don't know if you're working tonight, Barry. You can jump on instead of jumping on Tuesday, but let me know if you're available tonight. But anyway, I just put the link in the chat. I haven't even sent the link out, man. I actually literally just walked back in the door here a few seconds ago. Um, I was almost getting ready to cancel this tonight, but I did make it back in time. I wasn't sure if I was going to. Let me drop this link real quick. I forgot to do this earlier. Okay, what's going on, Mr. B? How you doing? I got all your messages, Mr. B, from last night. I got all your messages, man. Okay, now in this video, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned in the short, those of you who watched the short, there are a lot of veterans who are very trusting when it comes to companies, organizations, and individuals who claim to be veterans or affiliated with the VA or affiliated with our U.S. government, okay? Not in every single situation. I want to be clear. I'm not saying in every single situation. But a lot of the times, they have no affiliation with your U.S. government, no affiliation with the VA, and the veteran who claims to be a veteran just did research, watched some YouTube videos, studied some novels that were written, talked about certain things that only people who were there would know, and they stuck with that. Okay? And it made it sound very, very convincing. But when it came time for some people to see that DD-214, they couldn't produce it. Or go to the VA, okay, let's go to the VA together, and go see and get seen or whatever we need to do. They couldn't. So all I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, is you have to be very careful, very careful. In 2025, with AI and all the different tools that are out there for scammers to use, they're using it to their advantage. They really are. You have to be very careful with everything that we do because there are specific scams out there that target the military and veterans. There are. If you go to any website right now, the number one scam out there for veterans is phishing. It's phishing, whether it's catfishing or they're calling you pretending to be a Social Security agent, pretending to be from the VA, pretending that they got some secret money that only veterans know about, pretending that you got this check coming and there's only so many veterans that's going to get it. But in order for you to get this check, you need to give us your credit card information to hold it until you get this check. Or a scam where you're getting ready to do a loan and they tell you, oh, we need $15,000 up front, or the seller is demanding that we get this, this, and this, and they're rushing you through it and you're not paying attention to anything and you just sign and agree to it. Or one of the bigger ones where veterans are going to get this large chunk of money up front until their pension checks come in. And they usually end up getting pennies on the dollar. You guys understand what I'm saying? So Gary mentioned the company last night. And what's up, Gary? I see you in the chat. This is not to pick on you. This is not to pick on anything you're doing, right? But myself and Barry was trying to explain something to you guys about some of these companies that some of you guys believe are associated with the VA, approved by the VA, or what's another word that they use? Not sponsored, not affiliated, approved, or whatever other title they want to give themselves. You guys do realize they legally can say, I can say, I am associated, not associated. I can say that I am not sponsored. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my God. I can't think of the word, but that I have something to do with the VA on my website, right? But the key thing to remember with any business, by law, they have to disclose in their disclaimer Thank you, Mr. H. Accredited. They have to disclose, right? They have to disclose that they are either associated with the government or not associated with the government. Okay. They have to do that by law. You cannot operate a business without saying that. So I want to go to VA Home Loans United, or what do they call themselves? Is it VA Home Loan? VA Veterans United Home Loans website. Okay. I want to pull up what veterans see and show you some things that veterans don't look at. So let's go there real quick. So when you go to their website, this is their website. This is what comes up, right? Now, if you notice at the top, they're not actually Veterans United Home Loans. They're actually Mortgage Research Center, LLC. There's their license number right there. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to say that again. This is their name, right? This is what they advertise, but they're actually Mortgage Research Center, LLC. And when you read up here at the top, VA approved lender, not affiliated with any government agency. Okay, let's take it a little bit further. Go down to the bottom. Most veterans are not even going to go down here. You go down here to the bottom in big bold letters. It says a VA approved lender, not endorsed or sponsored by the Department of Veterans Affairs or any government agency. But because it says veterans, a lot of veterans think, oh, okay, so they have something to do with the VA or with the government. No, they don't. When you go to disclaimer, and again, they have to disclaim, they have to put this in it by law. They got to disclaim, they have to disclose, that's the word I'm looking for, disclose all of this information. They cannot just operate like this without it. What's going on, Gary?
Hey, yeah, that's the company I'm using. Yeah, I knew about the disclaimer. And right now, I'm trying to decide because they gave me the $9,000 off. That's like, I could have told them to pay the $9,000 closing costs.
Correct.
But I could talk to the lender Monday, but I might keep it the way it is because if I pay the closing costs, it was like $8,900 what I got to come up with at the closing. That's going to I'm not going to have $24,000 equity in the house. So
I understand, and I just want to share this with veterans so they know, so they can read.
So I don't think I got cheated because I took the $9,000 off the thing. Just like if they were going to pay my closing costs, I understood that when I did that.
Okay.
Because I wanted the lower amount. That's why I did that.
Okay. I'm not saying you got cheated, Gary, because I really don't understand. Once you dove into the whole sold and remortgage and did all, I don't know what you all are doing. I have no idea what all that is. I'm lost with your loan. I'm be honest.
Yeah, is this like if they were paying $9,000 closing costs for me, the deal I did? I took that
I understand.
off the price that they were asking, and I had the option to do either one. But I took the $9,000 off the sales price at that time.
Okay, I got it. But I just wanted to show this part so people understand. This is their actual name.
Yes, I understand.
Research Center, LLC.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
And if you read this, it tells you they are not affiliated. MRC is not a government agency.
Yeah, I realize that. I know where the credit is,
including the Department of Veterans Affairs in any way. Period. They have nothing to do with the VA or the government. Nothing.
Yeah, I knew that.
Now, when it comes to the fees and all that, this is why I say there are in different states, they have different rules in different states. Okay. There might be a rule that's different than somewhere else, but I know from purchasing my last home, because I looked it up last night, in 2012, I paid $0 and got back $8,262 at closing. I didn't pay one dime. I paid only the earnest deposit of $100. After I paid $100, I closed within 45 days and I did not pay a single dime after that.
So you had all the closing costs floated into your loan,
The
the
seller
escrow
paid
fees. Yeah.
all of. I paid nothing and got
So
back
I
$8,000 plus.
so I'm going to ask them. I might keep it the way it is, or I might ask them, do I still have the option of doing that, floating that in there with me? And it might, that's probably going to make my payment like probably about $90, $100 more than it is now.
Okay.
But
Like I
I
said last
lose
night,
that
Gary,
$10,000 worth of equity.
but like I said, Gary, as long as you're happy with what you're getting and you happy with your payments, do what you do, dog. All I'm saying to people is understand that these companies that write this, put these names out there, veterans, combat, heroes, this and that, 9 times out of 10, they have zero to do with the VA, zero to do with the US government. Nothing. And that's not even their real name.
There's
That's
a
not
lot of
their real
people
company name.
that do VA claims. So people with VA claims, they're not accredited. My lawyer, the lawyer I used, was accredited
Right.
for my VA disability. He was accredited.
Okay. The last thing I'm gonna show about this, Gary, is this. I don't know if you went to the Better Business Bureau and looked them up or not, but we're only 3 months into this year. 3 months, okay? Not included this month, 3 months. I want you to see the number of complaints from veterans about Veterans Home United. The latest one was March 12th, 2025. These are all the ones in the 3 months of this year that have been complaining about this company.
Or once you read a small one, not the one that's very big.
I'll start with the latest one. I'm a disabled veteran and just closed on my house with Veterans United. They gave me an estimate closing of $440, and it went up 4 days because closing, they told me I had to find $2,700 and change to close. That I think extremely unfair because I could pay that, I would be homeless, and no one is willing to do anything about it if they lied to me over and over, even disrespected me on the phone when I'm questioning the fact that this shouldn't have happened, and they at least need to do something to rectify the mistake they made on my estimation. They all agreed that yes, they messed up and that the estimate wasn't okay, that they are sorry, but yet no one is willing to do anything.
Yeah, but they know. I understand what the guy's saying. I understand what you're saying, but they know I'm coming in at a zero down, and all the paperwork that I have signed, the pre-estimate showing I'm not giving anything down, zero down. The only thing is in there that I have to pay is the closing cost because I took that $9,000 off the purchase price, which I had the option to or pay the full price, and they would have gave me $9,000 credit towards the closing.
And you sure that $9,000 is going to close? Is going to pay all the closing?
Well, it would I would after paying the $1,500, I probably would get about $500 to $700 back from the $1,500 earnest money that I already paid.
Is that based on the estimate that they gave you?
Yes, with zero down.
But I just read that though, Gary. They told this guy he was only going to get.
Yeah, I understand that, but if they do that to me, I'm not going to sign the papers.
It'll be too late at that point, though, Gary. You under contract.
Yeah, but they change everything. But I'm gonna make sure that everything goes right with escrow before the date I have to sign those. Make sure everything's adds up to what it's supposed to be, because I would know a few days before, and they're going to tell me you need this amount down, or I might ask them, I want the it's going to increase my loan, but I probably could ask them to give me that put it back to finance that $9,000 in that I got off the price.
Okay, Gary, I'm not trying to question your decision or what you're doing, man. I just want you.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Understand, these companies are not what they say they are. They're not.
Yeah, Yeah, I get you. But some people, they do have bad reviews, but some people they have done right. But working with this company compared to the conventional loan I did with my daughter was so much smoother and easier. Everything has been very smooth sailing and been very easy. This process than any loan that I have done so far.
Mr. B, you should come on. You've made a lot of purchases as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm talking about the good faith estimate that I got and that I signed.
You should come on, Mr. B.
That has their letterhead on it.
Let me see. Steele says, I'm at work watching from the private. What is it? Go ahead. What? I can't read what it says. But I get you, Gary. Again, this is not trying to pick on you or your situation.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. But the thing
I just don't want you to get burned, Gary, is all I'm saying. I don't
think I get burned. As long as I get zero down, even if I keep it this way, I'll be happy, because I've been looking the last 8 or 9 months to get to the area that I want to be in, and the area that I would have to go to get the house at that price, and the house is a lot newer than that, and it's been all remodeled and stuff, brand new kitchen, it's like been totally removed. And the outside looks like new, painted and everything. It don't look like a 1996 house.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I like the RV gate and stuff. It's big, has a big old metal gate and stuff like that. And the backyard is big, and it's all painted nice, and inside and outside been, like I said, remodeled and stuff.
Hey, the bottom line is you're happy. You're happy with what you're getting. You're happy with the loan. That's all that matters. You're satisfied. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Torched. Oh, come on, Barry. Come on, Barry. You should jump on. You should jump on, man.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see. If you are paying all closing costs, what's the total price? Hold up. If you're paying all closing costs, what's the total price of your loan, and what's the commission percentage for the real estate agent in your state? Look, again, guy, I'm not trying to pick on anybody. All I'm trying to do, man, is show you veterans out there. You should not blindly believe these companies when they put these names out here, because the names that they use is not really who they are. When you go to their website, you got to read all the fine print. You got to read all the disclaimers. You have to do your research.
Okay. All right.
You see what Barry wrote?
No, it's not. It's not real. It's not fresh paint, but it's I would say, probably within the last year.
Taking care of the backyard yourself.
The backyard has no grass. It's all gravel and stuff.
Yeah, it's all rocks. Yeah, that's Arizona, baby. That grass.
Yeah, I don't want grass.
You ain't gonna get no grass. As long as you don't put no water back there, you ain't gonna get no grass.
Yeah, like here at my mobile home park, I have somebody come spray once a year. It lasts for a year.
Yeah. And
they don't grow, the weeds don't grow like here like they do in California.
Oh, no, not in Arizona. Shit. No. How house inspection due upon closing, sir? Trying to remember how did mine go. I can't remember how did mine go. I know I did there he is. What up, Barry?
Hey, Barry.
Hey, I can't stay on long. Listen, man, you come back today again talking about paying. You when you're using the VA, your COE, you don't come out of pocket with nothing, zero, zip, zilch. They cannot take away. They cannot take away the appraisal from the house if the house appraised for more than it's worth. That's the equity in the house. They can't touch that.
Yeah. It's at 270. I'm buying the house for 246. I got 24,000 equity. Barry.
Exactly. So they can entice you with okay, we're gonna what is how much $9,000? They can entice you with that versus the equity in the house. The house, that's the equity in the house itself. That's yours no matter what.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man.
I was only expecting maybe about 5,000 to 7,000 at the most equity.
To do what?
That's what I was
To do what?
expecting.
To do what?
In equity.
It-
Equity.
Forget about the equity. You are not supposed to be coming out of pocket to pay
With
a
anything.
damn
Yeah.
thing. The seller is supposed to cover the closing costs. Everything, man. Everything.
That's why I got him to reduce the price. I could have did it the other way too with a 9,000 credit.
You're not understanding. You're using
Gary, you still don't
your
understand what he's
VA.
saying.
regardless
Yeah,
of
I
what.
understand what he's saying.
No, you're not understanding because you keep coming up with a band-aid. You know?
Okay, let's put it this way. Let me put it this way. Again, Gary, when I bought my home in 2012, I came out of zero except for the earnest deposit. That's the only thing I put money on
Yeah.
was to hold the house.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Everything else, the seller paid for. All the closing costs, the inspection, all that. I didn't pay for none of that. None of
Zip.
it. Zero. That's the whole point of the VA home loan, is to make it as easy and as simple.
Yeah, but I took the option of the 9,000 credit off the price. That's what I did.
There's no
Off the price
option,
they're
Gary.
asking.
There's
Gary,
no
that's what he keeps
option.
trying to take. There's no such thing as taking that option.
Option.
That doesn't
There's no
exist.
option.
That doesn't exist. There's no such thing. That's what he was trying to explain to you last night.
No, but the seller goes, "We'll take 9,000 off the price as what you bid it, or you pay full price, and we'll give you 9,000 credit."
Wait,
They would pay up
say
to
that again?
9,000.
Wait.
So I took the option that I took between those two.
Okay, I didn't quite understand that. Rewind. Okay, start over and just say that one more time.
Okay, I had two choices.
Okay.
I could have made a full price offer.
All right, I'll be right back.
I could have made a full price offer,
Okay.
and they would have paid 9,000 closing costs.
Up to 9,000 in closing costs.
No, they would have paid the 9,000 if I would have made a full offer. I didn't make a
Yeah,
full offer.
but Gary, you don't know what the closing cost is. You taking a good faith estimate, but that doesn't mean that's what it is. This is all estimate until the final numbers are done.
Yes.
Okay. So
But
they'll say they'll pay
tell
up
me it
to
should be pretty
9,000.
close to what they told me.
Okay, but understand this though, Gary. When they say they'll pay 9,000, they're paying up to 9,000. Anything after that, you paying. That's
Yeah.
what you're agreeing to.
But with the earnest money, I would have ended up paying nothing. I would have got a little back.
Again, Gary, this is an estimate. You don't know
Yeah.
that till you get the final numbers. This is
Yeah.
all guesstimating. This is guesstimating. This isn't the final numbers.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so you took the option of paying up to 9,000 toward closing to get a reduced rate on the house.
Yeah, I got that price off the house what they were asking, and that's why I took that instead of the other option, because I wanted the loan amount down,
Okay.
and I wanted, and if I turn around and tell them, okay, put the closing costs in there, which I probably can't get if I tell them that. I'm not going to have 24K. I'm going to have about 14 or 15K equity.
Are you using a realtor, Gary?
Yes.
And your realtor is fine with all of this?
Yeah, I asked her what do you think, which way I do, and she advised me to do what I did instead of.
Who recommended the realtor you got?
I found her off Zillow. She's a number one agent. She sells a lot of property and stuff. She's very good at what she does.
And she knows VA home loans? She's done VA home loans?
Yes.
I don't know, Gary. Something about all that don't
and she has worked with the company before that I'm using.
So she's in partnership with
That's
them
what I'm
to
doing.
shice you.
No.
To shice you.
No. I didn't use their real estate. I got my own. They referred somebody, but that's not who they referred.
What's up, Mr. Lawson? I don't know, Gary, man. But like I said, as long as you happy with what you got, bro, and you understand what you're getting into, okay.
Yeah, I understand it.
Predatory lenders, you know, they screw veterans all the damn time, man. You know,
The comps, had to look up the comps, Mr. H. He got a real estate agent. Wow. Sounds shady. Do you know who your lender is? Who's doing the loan?
They're saying it's probably good. It's marked on the paper. It's going to be sold. They hold some and they sell some.
They're saying.
Oh,
Yeah, it's marked on the paper. It's
Come
marked
on,
on
Gary,
the paper.
man.
It's checked on the paper.
I'm just saying, when I did mine, Barry, I already knew Wells Fargo had my loan day one. Before I did anything, they had already everything was ready on me.
They are in contact with you because you have to send them information. You know, if you're a working person, you have to send them most recent pay stubs, your bank statements, last 30 days, and stuff like that. So you're supposed to know who is your lender.
No. Of all the loans I did, I never knew who my lender. I knew they were going to sell it until I got the paperwork in the mail after I closed. They didn't reveal that to me.
What do you mean they didn't reveal who?
With all the loans I've done before, real estate loans, they've all been sold. And I never knew who the loaner was going to be before I signed the papers. Only afterwards.
I'm done. I'm done, dog. That just gave me a headache.
I never heard anybody knowing who the lenders can be if they're going to sell it.
Gary, you gonna know? Okay,
because they package many loans. They could package many loans to different banks or whatever.
Okay, so
they cannot sell your loan until your loan application and everything is complete. You close on your house. They cannot sell your loan before that. So you're not supposed to even be thinking about that because that doesn't concern you.
I wasn't thinking about that. I already know it's going to be sold. It's checkmark because they do keep some of them. That's how I know they're going to do that. It's checkmarked in the paperwork.
Okay. Let's see. Steele said, right, you get that back at closing. They got him. She getting a cut of the seller. He should know who's going to service the loan. That's
The VA
from day one.
From day one.
I'm Gary. All I'm saying, and all everybody's saying, nobody's telling you not to do what you're doing. All I'm saying, and everyone else is saying is, be careful with this, bro. Because the way you explaining this is not the normal way it goes with a VA home loan. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I never heard anybody with a loan. Even my daughter's house, I didn't even know who it was going to be sold to.
I understand, but that was a conventional loan, though, right? That was FHA
yeah.
or whoever else.
Yes.
With a VA loan, Gary, I'm telling you, and people who have used it in the chat are trying to explain to you. With a VA loan, the whole purpose of the loan is to make it as easy as possible that you
Yeah,
come
it
out of
has
pocket
been.
with
It has
nothing.
been so far.
That you come out of pocket with nothing, zero, other than the earnest deposit. That is the only thing you should
Yeah,
ever
but
come out of pocket.
I took that option I did instead of doing what you're talking about.
But that's not a. Gary,
I had
that's
two
not an
choices.
option. That's
But-
what you're saying is the option was something the seller already had to do. The seller is responsible for the closing, regardless of what.
Brother Gary, there are no options.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone, bro. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mr. Miles? How you doing?
Hey, I'm getting a headache.
What you getting a headache off of?
Gary, I got some.
Go ahead. Tell me your advice.
No. You're being told by the experts. I got some grenades for them people that you're dealing with.
Jesus. Still said, wow, not a VA loan. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, dog. All I know is that if you happy, cool. Do you, Gary? Hey, long as you happy with the payment.
But the only thing is, I don't have enough time to go to somebody else to do it before the deadline. So
Okay.
Deadline.
How much
before
money you
to close an escrow.
Okay, how much you put down on hey, Markel, can you mute Mr. Miles there a minute, please?
Oh, my bad.
That's all good. Go ahead.
All right. How much money did you put down as earnest?
$1,500.
$1,500. Okay. If you can afford it to lose that, scrub that fucking whole process and start over with somebody reliable.
Yeah, but if I do that, I'm gonna lose a house. I'm gonna probably lose a house if I do that. I don't have enough time for somebody else to process because it might take another 30 or 40 days. I don't have enough time to do that.
You scrub it, and you go with a different. You go with a whole different lender and agent. You can get back on the house.
Yeah.
Because right now, they're taking. I don't know if they have any. They're taking backup offers on the house.
There's that right there, Gary, is what I'm saying. You see this? MSH Consulting. Barry is correct. I sold my house about 18 months ago. I paid all the closing costs. I'm telling you, when I bought mine in 2012, I did not pay a dime for nothing.
MXH is right. I sold my other house in September, and I had to come to the table to pay closing costs. When you're selling the house, you pay the buyer's agent, your agent, everything. I had to come out of pocket $45,000 to cover all that.
Yeah, when you're selling, yes, you got.
So
when you're selling, but not buying it.
You keep talking about they're giving you this option about closing costs. That's not for you. That's not for you, brother. You walking in that friggin' transaction
but
is
everything
your dick in your hand, and
but everything's already signed between the buyer and between the seller and me as the buyer. That contract's already been signed.
Okay, Steele asked, how did he ask him for the VA certification? Did he ask you for the VA certificate? You got the certification, you gave it to the servicer. The VA veteran.
You mean the COE? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the COE. Yeah.
Okay. Because he said it too. There's no closing costs with a VA loan. That's why I'm like, I don't know what
we've been pounding this since last night.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
You don't understand,
I
man. We telling you something and you keep coming with
but
band-aid
but
to
I might be able to tell them that, hey, I want everything
Which is why
included
you
in
hire
the
a closing
wrapped up in the
attorney to
loan,
look at
including the
with your interest.
closing costs. But that's gonna make the loan higher. And if I do that,
how is it going to make the loan higher?
I think, okay, Gary said he had two options, Barry. He could either take the house for what they were selling it for, or option two was to take a lower amount and the seller comes out 9,000 for closing costs at the end. Now that part I don't understand because
All right, you going in as a veteran with your COE, you squared away and everything.
Uh-oh.
They are trying to get your business. You're not trying to get their business, right? Because they're going to be making a ton of money off of this sale because it's a veteran. That's why they'll be competing for your business. You just have to produce the documentation they ask you for, like W-2s,
yeah, I gave them all that.
pay
I
stubs,
gave them
and
all that.
all that stuff. And you produce it to your lender, who you should know, because they're gonna be emailing you or sending you stuff with their letterhead, not
Yeah.
anonymous Joe Schmo.
No, everything's on their letterhead, Barry. Everything's legit.
But you just said you don't know who is your servicer, who's servicing your
No,
loan.
they're not going to be serviced. I told you it's going to be sold.
That is not your concern. That is not your concern. You dealing with them right now. You're not dealing with who they're gonna sell the loan to. That's them. Right now, they're the one servicing your loan. They're the one putting out that money for you to buy that house. When you close on it, then they can go ahead and sell it. They can't sell it while the transaction is being conducted or before you close on the house. You shouldn't be even talking about, they're gonna sell it. That doesn't concern you. That's the bank's business.
No, you're the one that asked.
hey man, we gonna let this go because Tobes basically said the same thing. His VA loan cost him zero. A big loan is
turkey egg.
Zero down loan.
Yeah, but that's financing all the closing costs on top of what you're paying for the house.
Right. That means you pay zero, Gary.
Yes, I understand that part. But I'm telling you, I took right now. I might ask him what would be the difference of the price if I add the closing costs all into. Will I pay $100? I might pay $100 more.
Man, how many grenades
and
do you
then
have?
Pay zero.
How many what?
Zero.
How many grenades do you have?
How many what?
Still wants to know who is giving him the interest rate.
The interest rate is 6.25.
Who gave it to you? The CEO?
No, the people I go through gave me the interest rate. On the paper, it has the interest rate. It has the payment of $1,500 and I think $1,546. Then like $233 for the taxes and the homeowners insurance. That's $200. They figure it's $233 a month plus the $1,500 and something for the regular payment.
Oh, wait, hey man, like I said, you happy with it? Okay.
This is heavy, but Gary, I salute you, brother. I salute you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really want to lose this because I've been looking for 8 months and I said the price that I want to pay, because in that area, most of the houses cost $20,000 to $30,000 more.
Okay,
and that's why I want to don't want to lose this.
And I think that's part of your dilemma right there. That's why they got you. because you went into them desperate about wanting to not lose that house.
And you probably told them that too. I don't want to lose.
No.
Ooh.
I applied back in March last year for this loan, and I've been looking all the time since then.
Okay, hold up. You applied last year, March, for the loan. Your loan is only good for a certain amount of time, and then you gotta
Reapply.
Redo the loan. You got to redo the application.
Yeah, but
redo it. I think it's only good for
still had
like
a
30
file
days
open.
or something like.
I still
can't
had
remember.
a file open.
It doesn't matter, Gary. It doesn't
No,
matter.
bro.
Your loan.
You still had a file.
Your loan is only good for a certain amount of time.
Is it 30 days or 60 days?
I think it's 30 days. I can't remember.
It's like if you get a pre-approval for a car, it's only good for so many days, and then once that time's up, you got to reapply for that loan.
Reapply.
Well,
again.
they still had all my information, and I updated. And they asked for paperwork to update everything.
No, it don't work like that.
When I put the offer in for this house.
Yeah, it don't work like that though, Gary. They got to rerun your credit again.
Yeah, they did all that. Yeah, they started being like new, but I already had a file open with them.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Mr. B?
Go ahead, Mr. B. Go ahead. I'm getting off. I'm
All
in
right.
the background.
I'm going to say it for a long time. I'm going to say this soon. You have a 0-0 down loan, right?
Yeah, zero down payment.
You don't pay nothing. You pay zero, nothing. If you have this lender and you got to find out. You keep saying they. Who is the lender's name? What are their name are? And the one thing about it, if you have the seller knowing the lender, they know how much is in your pocket, how far you can go. That's how they can play games with you. They can play like an advocate, go this way, that way. And what they're doing is right now is they're playing with your heart. They're playing with your feelings. You got to be ready to walk away from anything, any deal. You can't have them playing because they said this is the most emotional thing is close to this is death. Someone have a death in the family when you're buying a house because you have a lot of stuff going on. Is that powerful on you? But the thing is, you have to you have to go in mentally tough by separating it. You got to separate, talk to your banker, and then you got to talk to your realtor. And if you have a buyer's agent, do you have a buyer's agent? Do you have a buyer's agent?
No, I have my own.
No, you got to have a buyer's. When you have a buyer agent, and you sign that contract with that buyer's agent worked for you and only you. And then the bank.
No, the real estate. My real estate agent is not the one that listed the house.
But is that real estate agent your buyer's agent? You got to have them. You got to sign the agreement. That
Yeah.
You are my buyer's agent.
That real estate is the buyer's agent, but not mine. Yes.
They are your buyer's agent. So, and then the other real estater that you're buying the house from, the person that's selling the house, right? Your buyer's agent's supposed to be working with them on that deal. When it comes to your loan has nothing to do with the realtors. Nothing. Yeah,
I understand.
They say what they do is what you got to find out is you find out this. How much is the price of that home? When they lower the price of the home, the house was never really valued what it was valued at the first place. Are you following what I'm saying? Why would you want to lower? Why if
no
talking about
the appraisal was 24,000 over what I'm paying. I'm paying 246. The appraisal came at 270.
Okay, the appraisal came at 270 from,
and I bought it for 246.
Okay. Who did the appraisal? You have that's your own appraiser? That's your own
A
appraisal
VA
company?
appraiser.
No, wait a minute, hold up. No. Well, what is the company that did your appraisal? VA don't do appraisals. What is the company that did your appraisal of that home?
Oh, I have it in my notes. I can't get to it right now. It's a private, yes, a private appraiser. Yes.
Yes. So
I have
You
the
paid for
paperwork
the
for that.
appraiser? Hold on. Gary, you paid for the appraiser?
Yeah, I told you that. And what I looked last night. I looked it up, and what I found, one thing said in Arizona that I don't know was law when you did it. It said that the buyer has to pay the appraiser. What I found one thing saying that.
that has nothing to
Last
do with
night.
the VA. That has nothing to do with the VA. But what I'm just saying is this: how many? Then you got to look at how many comps that they have. That they
They had
compared your
like
homes
six.
with. 6 homes.
Yes,
They
all
compare
in the
6
same
homes.
area. The
and all the
area is
same-
good. That's
Okay.
why I want to be there.
Okay, got you. But the one thing about it, huh? Comps for 6 homes is pretty good. I'm talking to another friend that used to be a realtor. But anyway, what I'm telling you is when you get a banker or a credit union or whomever giving you the loan, you supposed to get the a good faith estimate. And if you can get the good faith estimate,
I already got that. I got that a long time ago.
It goes from like you can get the old school one. Like I like the old school, go from the 100s all the way to the 900s because you go line by line and you can see what they're charging you. And they have a lot of junk.
It has all that. It has all that.
And I go line by line, and I tell them,
Yeah, it has all that.
I ain't paying for this. Nope, I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying for this because they give you that $9,000, right? They're not giving you nothing because the bottom line is your APR. Your interest rate can be 6.25, right? And then when you go to closing, your APR is what your APR is. That could turn out to be your APR. Can turn out.
Yeah, I know it's going to be higher than the 6. The APR is higher than the 6.25. It's a little higher.
See, that's what they give you. That's where they're giving you that $7,000 at, man. You got to watch out, man. These guys are trying to bamboozle you because I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on, listen to me. Listen to me. You'll learn. When you go out and get a loan, right? You go get a loan. And they give you a loan. They say it's 6.25, right?
Yeah.
When you bargain, you say, "Hey, no, I want to know the APR." And
yeah, I understand that. It's going to be higher than what they told you.
And when they give you the APR,
yes, I know that. I know what you're talking about.
Because if I can give you now, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna talk to you just like if I was on the corner talking about if you want 50%. I can show you 50% if I wanted to. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a big come on thing. I'm not giving you 50%. You follow what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I'm not giving you nothing because what I'm doing is bamboozling you. What I'm trying to say to you, they are doing the same thing. They'll say, I'm giving you $9,000. They ain't giving you nothing because with that money that they give you, that $9,000, is coming from that APR. Because when they come to closing, and you see that APR, the APR gonna be like the 70. It could be up to 7%. They can throw that stuff back in there. You see what I'm saying? Because like they say, okay, your loan is at 6.25, right?
Yeah, and the APR is a little more than that. I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand.
That's where they say they're gonna give you $9,000. They're not giving you nothing.
No, if I would have told them I wanted to, no, the interest rate I got isn't the deal you're talking about with them throwing in the closing card because it wouldn't have been 6.25. It would have been higher than that. I'm not paying the interest rate for them throwing in the closing costs because it
Are
would
you
be
buying
higher
the-
than 6.25.
What I'm just
I
saying
understand that part too.
what
I
I'm
understand
saying
that
is
part too.
this. What I'm saying is this too. This is what I'm saying. What they do is they buy the rate. They can buy the rate down. They give you
No, I didn't do
$9,000.
that. They advised me not to do that. They said
Yeah,
it's not
that's
worth
what
the money.
that's what I get ready to say. It's
They
the
told me
6 point.
straight out it's not worth the money.
Yeah, I know you. I know. 6.25, right? 6.25 is your interest rate. What you got to look at is after that 6.25, you tell them. He said, "What is the APR?"
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
on there. I
but
told you it's a little
what
bit
is the
higher. I know that.
APR?
I know that.
What is the APR?
I don't know offhand. Because I would have to get off the screen in order to
Because
look at it.
when you find out the
Okay.
APR, and then you know how much they're screwing you by. And that's all I'm going to say.
One second. Still made a valid point in the private chat, bro. When you do a loan with the VA, and I remember that loan rate is locked. There is no variable. There's no up. There's no down. There's no way you're going. No. When you get a VA loan, whatever they say the interest rate is, that's what it is at the time you get that loan. Period. There is no variable.
Yeah, it's on the
interest rate.
paper they gave me and the papers I signed.
Yeah, but Markel, but what they do is how the VA, you go out and get your own loan, but you got to be. They'll tell you, yeah, okay, that rate is. They have to give you that rate, but all of a sudden the APR, what you charging the loan, the VA always tell you got to be smart and make some business decision yourself. Because that 6.25 can change into something very bad. That's why the VA has a hard time with these VA loans. Because all of a sudden you got a 6.25, right? And then all of a sudden the APR, because that's the cost of the loan. They throw it in there. That's junk fees. And they can do that. And they can get away with that. You follow?
No, I seen all the fees on the paper. They have it line by line and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but what is your APR? Now that's the
again,
bottom
I
line.
have to look at it, but it wasn't much. It was just a little higher. It wasn't outrageous compared to this. It wasn't. It was a little above the 6.25. It was reasonable.
Yeah, over now think about this. When they say they're gonna give you that $9,000 and you're doing it over 30 years, you gotta look at that. They're getting that. They're getting.
No, I took that money off the cost of what they were asking. So I'm paying $9,000 less for the house instead of getting $9,000 credit for closing costs. That's what I did.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say.
Okay, let me ask you three guys something, and anybody in the chat, what would you do? Do you think, should I keep it the way it is? Or two, if I go and tell them, okay, I want the closing costs included with the price of the house, what would the new payment be? And they're willing to do it. What would you do? Would you stay where I'm at, or would you have all the closing costs included, and it will probably up the
Then you're not
payment
doing
$100 or a little less?
Then you're
Let
not
me
doing a
answer that
0-0 down loan. That's not a 0-0 down loan.
But let me answer that first. Here's what I would do, Gary. I would pause everything and talk to somebody outside of this that's in the real estate world that I know that I could trust, and present the whole package to them and say, tell me what you think about all this. Because unless you made some sort of side deal with the owner, that you all got some deal going outside of what you're telling us right now, none of this sound right. Because I spent nothing to get my house. Nothing. Zero. Nothing.
You don't need
Except
nothing.
the earnest deposit is the only thing I put down. That was it. Everything
Yeah,
else,
I understand what you're
nothing.
saying.
And I got money at the end. They ended up giving me $8,000, over $8,000 at the end.
Yep.
So I'm
That's
Who
right.
knows?
I
I get money at the end too.
See, but
I don't
the thing is,
how.
no, it won't sound like that. But
How?
let me explain something to you. If you can get a lawyer, and in your case, I would get a lawyer, because a lawyer will tell you what they're doing to you, and that that may be a little bit more. You may have to pay $400, but that money is very sacred. Is get a lawyer to look at your documents, and they will tell you straight up where what they're getting, what you're getting. Are you getting something ahead? And that would be it. And that's all I have to say.
Well, that's the
about this
fixed
whole
rate,
thing.
5.50 and 6 point, and you getting 6.42. What are you getting the extra? I don't know. Like I said, your whole loan to me, bro, is wow.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
the
saying.
rates change. The rates change daily. They could change daily.
Right.
Yeah, but whatever they lock you in at, Gary, that's where you are. So did they lock
Yeah.
you in at 6.42 or whatever it was?
As far what I've seen in paper, what the check box for locking it was not checked on the paperwork.
Oh,
I don't know what they're doing there because the VA
I don't
is a
know what
lock
they're
rate.
doing.
There's
I
no
don't
variable. That's a
I
lock
don't know.
rate.
They're not looking at your best interest, because what I'm just saying is, the rates change ebb
Yeah,
and flow.
yeah, I know
So
that.
if you got a good person that's looking out for your best interest, your banker, and they see that rate drop to 5%, they know you ain't gonna see another. You're not gonna see anything better than that, and they will lock you in. They'll call you and they will lock you in. I dealt with so many loans. I dealt with so many loans, Gary, you wouldn't even believe. But I did them by myself. You know what I'm saying? I used to read them. The guys that sit there and think I was crazy. I'll sit there and read that whole entire document.
No, I've done.
100s all the way to 900s.
I bought 3 other houses, but none of them VA.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to be. I didn't buy a VA, but they still get that good faith estimate. You get that 100s to 900s. But what I'm just saying is this: if you have a representative as far as money wise, credit union, whatever, right? Broker, the whole 9 yards. They're watching the markets for you, and they'll call you up and say, "Hey, there's a good interest rate right now. I think you should lock in right now." They will tell you. Because I remember I got screwed because Alan Greenspan came on TV and said nothing, and I was trying to call him. I couldn't get a hold of him to lock my stuff in, and I got a high interest rate. But what I'm saying to you is, if that thing wasn't checked, and all of a sudden he's giving you 6.25, something's wrong. Something is wrong, because I'm like saying that the interest rates by the seconds, they go up and down, up and down, up and down, and he can watch.
Because
they're watching it.
They told me because of my credit score, that was the best rate they could give me because I have a very good high credit score rating.
You got a high credit score?
Yes, it's
How many-
almost 800.
How many institutions you went to and looked at? Did you go to Navy Credit Union?
No, I my main account is Navy Federal.
USAA.
I have both accounts, but my main one is Navy Federal.
Okay, did you check them?
No, I didn't because I already.
Oh no, Gary. Oh,
You got when you go to buy a house, you have to go to Navy Credit Union, USAA. All these people, they got pretty good interest rates, and they can give you pretty good advice,
Information.
what you should do.
Yep.
And what we're trying to tell you is look at this with a clear head. And if you feel that these guys are doing something wrong,
Yeah,
to
it's
you,
supposed to be.
you can tell them to their face, hey, I'm feeling kind of a little clustered here. I'm gonna call the VA. You know what they'll do? They'll get their act together, just like that. And I'm gonna tell you, just listen to me from experience. You tell them, because they don't want to lose just by one person having a problem with a VA loan, because they'll never be able to do another VA loan again. So if you, I'm telling you, and that realtor, well, they don't want to deal with that either. If you tell
No,
them,
but you didn't answer my question. Would you keep if you were me, would you keep the loan the way it is right now, or second choice, if they're willing to do it, have the costs added for all the
Ghetto.
closing costs, so I'll have 0 down. Which option
All right.
would you take?
What I see, Gary, I don't see. We can't see your paperwork. We don't know the transactions you're made and none of that. That's hard. That's just like asking. That's hard for us. You're asking us the something that is unknown. You're saying, okay, I say give this and I got this. We don't know how you got there. You follow what I'm saying? If I see the numbers, yeah, I could tell you. Then I could say, no, man, that don't look good.
My choice was to get the closing costs. I would have paid $255,000. But to get the seller
Closing costs, but
closing costs of
But
$9,000.
if you got a 0 VA loan, you're not paying no closing costs. That's what it's called. It's called a 0 down.
Yeah, but I didn't know that at the time. I know I had 0 down payment. That's all I knew. I knew I had no funding fee and no PMI insurance. I knew those 3 things. That's all I knew.
So what I'm saying is to you is this: your buyer's agent. To me, I'm just telling you my personal opinion. They're not very smart, because if you come to them saying that you got a 0 down loan, they know how to deal with that the seller. You follow what I'm saying? Say, hey, look, my client has a 0 down, and this is how much we're willing to pay for that house. And because, like, let me explain something to you. If okay, just say if I was selling my house, right? If I'm not willing to give $5,000 or $10,000, why am I selling?
Going crazy in the comment section.
Why am I selling it? You know what I'm saying? Why are you selling these houses in the first place? Just because there's some give there in those prices of them homes. There is some give. You understand what I'm talking about? Just say you bought $1 million home, right? Just say the house is $1 million, right?
Okay, go ahead.
You think that all of a sudden the person that's selling the house, they think they're going to get $1 million? No. You're not going to get that. That's what it's listed as.
Yeah,
Because that realtor said that. And they can bring, yes, they can, it's like an app. They can bring
That's why I didn't want to give them their asking price.
I think what the confusion is that Gary wants the house at a certain price so he can make that payment that he wants to make at that price. Right?
Yes, exactly.
But what everybody else is trying to explain to you, Gary, even though you're getting that price that you want at that point, at come closing time, they're gonna get you. This is gonna circle back around to you, and it's gonna be like, God damn.
Well, the thing is, I got like 15 days, and I don't have enough time. Because it's supposed to close on the 20th. I have 15 days. I don't have enough time to go to somewhere else to get it all done. And 15 days,
I would get a second
and I can
opinion.
lose the house, and I don't want to lose the house.
Yeah,
because
but Gary,
I've been working for 8 months for the price I get in a good area. All those homes are more than $30,000 more than what I'm paying for this.
Easily in Chandler. But I would get a second opinion, Gary. I in them 15 days, I have somebody else look at all that, because that just don't sound right.
No.
Even if I just went to the VA and have them.
No, because I just
it's like shit.
Are you looking at payment? You don't want to pay $100 or $200 more on your payment or something like that a month or something like that? Is that what it is? Because $9,000 or them dropping that, or them dropping how many $1,000 they're going to drop the house by?
No, they dropped it $9,000.
$9,000
the sales price.
Okay,
$9,000. $9,000 credit for the closing costs.
Right. What I'm just saying is $9,000. $9,000 when it comes to your payment is nothing. It's like, if you look how much money,
about $100. It's about $100. Yeah.
It's really, well,
Every like
$9,000.
10K is about
$9,000.
100.
No. $9,000. No, you know. I know $9,000. That's
On
no.
a 30-year loan? Yeah, that is.
That ain't coming out right, Gary. I'm telling you. I know for a fact.
Gary, how long has excuse me. Time out. How long has the house been sitting up?
No, it hadn't been on the market very long.
I didn't hear 45 days, 90 days,
No,
120 days.
I think it was less than 10 days.
Oh, okay. But what I'm just saying is
No,
this.
it wasn't no
9,000
120 days.
What I'm just saying is this:
200 days. No, I
$9,000.
know to look at that.
$9,000 off the house as far as payment. That ain't that much. That ain't no $100. That ain't close to that. It really isn't. It's just.
Not on the VA loan, free thinker.
But yeah,
What I would do is I would take your okay. I would go to Navy. I would go to Navy Credit Union, right? Make an
They're not going
appointment.
to be able to do it in 15 days. That's the only
No,
No,
I'm
just
not
have them
saying
look
that.
at it.
I'm
Look
not
over
saying
it.
that. Go
Look
to
over
the
it.
Navy Credit Union, sit down and talk to them about this house, and they'll tell you the numbers on it, and they'll give you some you getting free advice, so you'll see what they're doing to you.
Oh,
At least
forgot about
you'll see what they're doing to you before you get into it. You get you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand.
and they might even beat the deal
But the
for
thing
free.
is, I don't think they're
For
going to
free. For
be
free
able to do it in
information.
15 days. I don't think they're going to
You
be able
don't know
to do
until
it in
you
15
walk in the
days.
door.
And how many
know
days?
until you walk in the door.
15
You don't know.
days.
Hey, listen. You don't know, because I tell you what. I seen houses can close on 30 days. It depends on the agency that you're working with, because these days it's electronic, man. It's not like in old days. I remember before it used to be 45 days to close on the house. It's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. And that's when they used to do everything by hand. What I'm just saying to you is this: I would sit down, go into that Navy Credit Union, and make an appointment, sit across from that young man or young lady, and have them explain them to them, and you bring all your paper with you, right? Explain all what's happening with you, right? And they'll sit down. They'll say, Mr. So and so, this is what's happening, and we can do something better than this.
Hey, one quick second. Ira, this is the photo right here from Steele.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
That's what I was
Yeah.
getting ready to get.
That's nice.
Yo,
Yeah,
fellas,
that's for Ira.
hey, yo, fellas, I'm out of here right now. But
All right, good seeing you, brother.
all right,
We appreciate you
All
coming
right,
on.
see you, Mr. B.
all right, take care.
All right,
Gary,
well,
you got your mind made up, Gary. That's why I backed off. The cavalry has dispersed.
yeah, hey, let's move on. We beat this horse to death. So, hey, it's up to you though, Gary. It's your ultimate decision.
Yeah.
Said okay, get
If
with me.
all the numbers, as long as all the numbers come out, what they told me and everything, I'm happy with the deal, even if I don't change it.
Hey, Ira, can you come into the chat? You don't have to come on and put your email in the private chat so Steele can get it, or your phone number. If you don't mind, I don't know if he already has your info or not, but if you come into the chat, you don't have to click in. I don't have to click you on, but you can go to the private chat and either give your email or your phone number to Steele, so he can so you guys can communicate with each other. Other than that, though, Mr. Miles, how you doing today? How's your day going?
I got have fun with the grandkids today, so I'm recharged, and that was why I made my statement earlier, Gary and panel, because I'm fired up.
You fired up.
How, how old are your grandchildren?
5 almost 2 going on 30.
Okay, I got a 5
40.
and I have 5 and a 9-year-old. Yesterday we took them to see the movie Minecrafter, the new one that just came out.
The new one.
just came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, we went to the Harkins Theater last night, and I just got back home before Markel came on last
Okay.
night.
Cool. Yeah.
That's
I just,
cool.
I just got in. We fighting pollen out here in Georgia, or actually pollen is beating us up. Yeah, but I have to go back up to the VA, and I'm gonna have to sit down with my little temporary primary doctor because we gotta do something.
Hey, I got a
welcome.
question for you guys. Lately at the VA, have you all had problems like getting medication, getting appointments? Is everything like slowing down? I've had so many people leave comments, and a couple vets I've spoke to where like some of their group sessions are being canceled. They don't have anybody to put their group sessions together. They don't have anybody to get some of their medications out like they normally do with FedEx or with whoever else the delivery service is.
Are they ordering their medicine, Markel?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, Mr. Miles.
They got to give you the full information because I can only tell you like this. I'm still having a problem with that new system that was upgraded. Dealing with that and still dealing because I have a temporary primary that's not a full-fledged doctor. She's not a nurse. She's right in between.
Oh, what do you call it? Not a PA.
1 second, Mr. Gary. Ira, if you look to your left, to your right, you should see where it says private chat. If you click on the private chat, you should be able to see that Steele's already in there and just click in your info. Right where it says private chat to your right. I don't know what device you're on, but on your computer, you should see it there to your right.
Mr. Miles.
Yes.
Nurse, is she a woman, doctor? Being probably a nurse practitioner. That's the one I was thinking of.
I know she could do meds, but certain meds like
Because
psych
mine's a
meds-
lady doctor and she's a nurse practitioner. She's very good. And I go to the clinic. I don't go to the Tucson. They have a small clinic in my town. They have for hearing tests. They have I get my glasses there.
I'm
They
speaking
go
for
up
Steele.
there.
When you see me up there, that's Steele talking. I'm just copying what Steele says and putting it under my name in the chat. So that's Steele saying he got grandkids 2, 6, 2, and 1, and 9.
Oh, okay.
Woo, woo. Woo.
So anyway,
Yeah.
my medications, I don't have no problem with getting them in the mail. As far as my PTSD, I use my own private doctor. I use my Medicare. I use my Medicare, and I have a Medicare supplement. I'm not original Medicare. I'm not on one of those plans that you belong to a certain group.
That's different, Gary. I don't know. Man. And I know some big shot callers and a couple of retired, 1 Marine general and 2 Army generals, and they go through the VA. All the money that they have. You don't the only person I know that
Yeah,
private.
Time out. Now we went from sleeveless yesterday. And you look like you got snow on the ground.
Yeah, it went from 99
Because of that
to
weather.
55 now.
Right.
It went from
It's
99 to 55, Doc. It's cold.
So, hey,
Get back
puff,
inside,
pass.
Wally.
Puff, pass.
I got the smoke. I got the smoke, Gary. By the way, man, Gary, way to hold your ground against these jokers, man. You did good, baby. You did good.
Oh, Lord.
Hold
You
your
know
ground.
what?
Keep that closing calls, baby.
Snoop Dogg, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep, Snoop Dogg.
Somebody woke me up. Somebody texted me in the group and said, yeah, we on live. Because I damn sure was snug, Mr. Mouse. It's cold as shit out this motherfucker, man.
Hey, I understand, brother.
Go to the
we got a
house.
rain front coming in tomorrow.
Hey man, you went from one sleeve to wrapped up.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Hey, what's crazy about this though, man? These people, they in the pool right now. Like,
What?
yeah, on a hot tub or something, man. But it was 99 last night, John, and now it's 55.
God.
Hey, that's still.
Pneumonia
Hey, when
weather.
you see Gary, you guys, when you see my name coming, that's what Steele is saying in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't see any of that.
He said, looking like
I'm on
Hoodie
an iPad. I don't know how to
Mellow.
get there.
Mellow.
Milo.
It should come on your screen, Gary. But if not, on the other side of, if you turn your screen, what's that? Landscape mode is going to show up. It's going to show little tabs on the side, and you see the bottom is the red dot. That's where the private chat is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think Ira figured it out because I don't think he put anything in the private chat yet.
Yeah, because I'm on an iPad, so it could be different. I'm not on a computer.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how it is, but appreciate you putting that out there, Wally, because I don't know how it is on the phone.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
But getting back to the meds, I'll know next week because I'll be personally going up to, because my neurologist they moved away from the main VA hospital here in Atlanta to North Lake down in Decatur. Further down. So it's another
Milo,
30.
not Mello. He's too short.
Oh Lord have mercy. These jokes, here we go.
Hey, just know that I'm cool, I'm calm, and I'm collected. How about that, turkey?
So in other words,
he can't cam up. He
I
ain't
know.
he at work.
I'm just messing with him.
That's why I said it.
Yeah,
but
Survivor saying, yeah, he having problems with the VA. They're not responding.
They're not responding. Well, one, we do know that they're losing head count, and they're losing head count 10 times faster than everybody else. So we in the VA and at the on the VA medical side, only thing we can do is hold on. So if you have a cigar in your mouth, you will lose it.
Mr. Miles. Mr.
Well,
Miles.
here's the alternative. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gary.
Mr. Miles, you can't use community care because you got a VA right there locally where you're at, right?
You can still
Can you use community care? Like I have my dentist and heart doctor. Can you use community care too?
Yes.
You can?
And that's where I was pointing at, Gary. Like me.
I thought you had to be like 40 miles or something.
No. If you
Okay.
can't get an appointment within a certain amount of time,
30 days.
you can't get seen, you can use community care.
Yep.
Oops.
And Gary, my nearest is downtown Atlanta. And I'm too far away from downtown Atlanta, brother.
Oh, okay.
But my second option is always TRICARE. I got TRICARE Select. So if things ain't going well with the VA, I'm like I can get you an appointment in community care, 3-4 months down the road. I just go to TRICARE, and TRICARE, they'll plug you in my usual using them fast. Now I normally go to the VA, but if they be telling me 2-3 months for an appointment, then I use my my alternative insurance.
And see, he's
that's what I
good.
use. I use my Medicare. I use my Medicare too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't
Damn,
old
it's
enough for
that
that one
bad?
yet. I'm not old enough for that one yet.
Hold on, fellas. It's that bad right now. You got to use alternative at the VA. You can't use community care. You got to go to your Medicare and you got to go to your TRICARE.
For certain
Well,
things, yeah.
well, Markel, here in Atlanta.
Depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Here in Atlanta, Markel, the senior group that I attach myself to,
Okay.
that I joined, the guy that passed away the other day, they've been using their third options, their TRICARE, their Medicare, and their private doctors. They've been doing that 25 plus years.
Wow.
That's how bad the Atlanta VA system is, and that's why I'm glad that they're going through a purge. They need to get them sorry suckers out of there.
Wow. Man, I had no idea it was that because I talked to a couple vets, in the WhatsApp group, and He was like, man, we can't even get our group therapy together half the time. You know, sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not. There's some vets that left comments, they can't get their meds. The normal way that they would order it through My Healthy Vet, sometimes the portal works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and I had to do that about 10 days ago. I had to send a message up, and I was about to call DC about it. And the day I was gonna call DC, I looked in the queue, and there was a message. There was a secure message, and what they did was they split hairs. The ones that were at zero balance that I requested to be reopened, they did nothing about. All the ones that were still active, they sent them to me. So I still have to go up there physically, go up to see my primary care, because I always start my primary care doctor first, because I go through a 3-step process before I go to DC. So when they look in the system, when they see my complaint, I've already done something, and I went through my primary care. I went back home, did a secure message. Then after the 48 hours, I then contact either my primary care one more time, or I call the patient advocate. I make sure they see all of that. So when I call DC,
yeah, you went through the chain of command. You went through the whole process. Nobody did nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I said DC on them. Because so check this out. While I'm saying it before I let you go. This time when I call DC, I'm calling with names and be like, here's who needs to be fired. And I'm saying it just like that.
Damn. Hey, Wally, you see what Steele said? Just turn on that blowtorch.
You know, when I was watching, when I pulled up, I'm like, how's he commenting?
I had the same issue ordering my man. So what are they doing about it, Barry? Are they going back to the old system? Well, they can't, because the new secretary said we're going full steam ahead. He said that.
Well, that was my question. Is it on the old administration, or is this on the new administration?
This on the new administration.
This on the new
administration is switching up everything.
This is what they want. This is what they want. So a bunch of us, 45% or more of us complain, so they could point at that in about a year and say, this is why we're getting ready to privatize. Because our veterans are complaining. We're not taking care of our veterans like we're supposed to. And here's all the proof. Well, damn it, you started this damn train derailment.
Okay. All right. Well, the
We
tree got
know
shook
that's
up,
Steele.
though. The
That's
tree got
Steele,
shook up, though, right? You know, it got us with y'all talking, right? So the tree need to be stirred up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but to be honest with you, Wally, I don't care if they go privatize. It's better for veterans anyway, because you get to go wherever the hell you want to go. And if the line too long here, I'm gonna take my ass down the street.
But all that VA money doesn't stay in house; it goes outside. So they know that money's going to jump. It's going to spike.
But that's not a concern on us as veterans. You know, look, if I can go around the corner and get my medication versus going 47 miles, you know, to stay in that mile.
but to be honest with you, but if you think about it,
right around the corner, instead of going through the whole. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you think about it from a business perspective, look how much more money the VA would save. They can get rid of all them goddamn clinics. They'll keep a few of the hospitals and the emergency rooms, but you're not paying for that building, the utilities, the maintenance, all those people gone.
Pension, all that.
All that's gone. It's the same way with the caregiver program. Why do you think they changed it? They looked at what the facilities costing them, what staff is costing them.
Hold on there. I don't know if y'all tricking me or not. I like what y'all saying, but I don't know if y'all tricking me or not. Because it makes sense. That's what's going on.
Hey, you know that's a short, Wally. You know that's a short for tomorrow.
No, that's not true, Barry. That's not true. That's not true, Barry. Man,
you already get your meds from around the corner.
He's exactly right. He's right.
Barry, look.
Just
Barry
so luckily that I live right around the corner from
MLK
got the Center. So you're right.
Barry, I'm in the suburb. We don't have that out here.
Hey, all I know is that if you look
name.
at the VA from a business standpoint, instead of housing retired veterans and medical care, to keep them at home and to pay your family member to take care of them. Instead of me paying $10 million a year for this facility, I could pay $3 million and have all these veterans sit at home and have to pay a family member to take care of them. That's the way they look at it.
Plus,
I only go to the VA 4 times a year. One, a yearly doctor appointment to draw my blood once a year, for an eye exam and a hearing exam once a year.
What about your dental?
Oh, that's private in my city.
Oh,
That's
shit.
community
Okay.
care, and my heart doctor is community care.
Right on.
Okay. Smart.
Oh, so you already got yours laid out.
He got his
Yeah.
laid out, yeah.
I go to the clinic in Casa Grande for those
Yeah.
4 things I just mentioned, so I don't even have to go to Tucson.
That's better for you because that's a hell of
And
a
I
drive
do my
still from where you at.
PTSD private.
But it's the
that I
VA
use my
though.
Social Security for my Medicare and my supplement.
The
But
VA
I
is
got-
already pushing for us to do that. Like they're advocating for us to use your community care. You know,
But Wally,
if
look
it's
at-
closer for you. I'm just saying
Wally.
in San Antonio, they advocating. I'm like, no, I want to see you. He said, no, you can go see this, and it's right around. Like, why you gonna drive 30 minutes away when you can go right around the corner? They provide the same services.
Oh, look.
And I think that's my
Damn, Gary,
military
you look younger
mindset.
when you
where
sit
so
up.
I impress they should-
Oh, I need in dinner. I need in dinner right now. I have mashed potatoes,
damn.
and steak, and some vegetables.
You do. You can see your full face. You look younger.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all so goddamn wrong, boy. Y'all.
You don't look paraplegic no more, Gary. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, but my bed is my spot where I watch TV and everything.
Right
He said
on.
I tried to make a psychiatric appointment last month. I was told they had shorthanded and referred to me to group therapy, but the group doesn't start till July 1st.
I
I
hate
would
group
be that
therapy.
shit crazy
I don't
about
like to go to
it.
group therapy.
But see,
I Mr. Man, goddamn.
but Mr.
So they
Man,
told you to go to a group, but the group don't start for another 3 months.
Yeah,
But
because they don't
then
want
that
to do
make you-
one-on-one. They want to put people in groups.
yeah, they want to put him in
That make
But-
make you at the end of the day make you boil down and let you go enter
Brother
and say,
Mike.
what's my therapy? You know what I mean? Do I really need this, or am I okay? If you ain't, then take your ass physically to a facility. But
At least
typically,
he
like this is therapy right here.
Yeah, this is therapy, but check this out. My group was disbanded here in Noonan, Georgia, 4.5 years ago. It was disbanded now, and the way it was told to us, like there was no funding. Like, hold up, you belong to the Atlanta VA. You belong to the Atlanta VA system. What do you mean there's no funding? So they disbanded our group and about 3 other groups that had Iraqi, Afghanistan vets.
Mm-hmm.
I check on my Atlanta crew. Theirs is still going strong as far as the Vietnam vets, the Vietnam and the Korean era vets. They're still going strong even to this day.
I don't know. Man. What is the
We
deal with
complain.
everybody?
Out of that group,
sorry.
though, Mr. Miles, how many veterans committed the ultimate? Is the question.
Out of my
asked.
group,
Yeah.
group, zero.
Even though it was disbanded, though, right? So
Our group was disbanded, but how many times did we threaten the person that was in charge of our group?
Oh, damn.
I
Question.
asked that question.
I'm just gonna give you that Joker grin.
Hey, question.
She
So what is-
needed a bodyguard.
What's the deal with all these groups though? They don't want people to do individual therapy anymore. They want to put everybody in groups.
Yeah, they want to put everybody in a
Cost
group because it's less
It's
costly for
cost-effective.
them.
Yeah.
And then they cutting people, so therefore, they're gonna have less personnel to do certain things at the end of the day.
But they open up more appointment time because when you put them in a group, now you can see 6, 7 people in one group in 1 hour. Now you can go get another 6 or 7, put them in that group for 1 hour. Okay,
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's ideal. That's ideal for everybody outside of Atlanta.
But a lot of
Atlanta
people
VA
don't like groups.
I don't like
I would
groups.
never do a group.
I don't like groups, man.
I end up liking
either.
group, and it
Too
was
many
therapy.
Too many different personalities, Mr. Miles. You say something, somebody jump up, goddamn, flip out, and kick the
Well, we
window
get
out.
them
I'm like,
we get-
dog,
It's the same
this
shit
ain't
here,
gonna
Doc.
work.
It's the same
Hey, they
shit.
get
I don't
that
mind
fade
it,
in the
man.
parking lot.
Hey,
Markel.
listen, my story is my story. They ain't gonna never change up. As long as I'm being real with myself, it's gonna be in any group. And we in a group right now. We on the goddamn internet.
Yeah.
You can't never take this down.
Yeah.
This is different, bro. Ain't nobody on here making goddamn.
No,
we had
Serious
to get to know each other's personalities, right?
Yeah, but Wally, ain't
Sure.
nobody
Yeah,
in here
but-
going in the closet making confessions about shit nobody need to know about.
Yeah, that's right.
In the group session, man, them motherfuckers be in there talking about stuff, bro. Talking about he done jacked off the night before and all that shit, man. I ain't trying to hear all that.
not in
Yeah,
my,
but,
not no
Markel.
PTSD group, Markel.
That's none of my business.
Are you serious? Man, please. Dude.
Markel,
Man.
we're Wally's group for his mental health.
Hey,
Huh?
if
We're-
that happened in
we're
our
your
group,
for your
if
mental
that happened in
health.
our group, that person would get physically thumped.
We're your therapy, Wally, for your mental health, your PTSD.
Oh, I just went through a racial PTSD group therapy. It lasted for 9 weeks. I just finished it up.
Oh, racial.
Yeah, like you experienced like some racial trauma, you know, being in the service. Like my
Wow.
first
Oh, wow.
supervisor, she was
Man, that's an
out
Air
for
Force.
me because of my skin color at the end of the day. So you know that was early on. That was back in the 90s. But
Mm.
you know,
Oh, we
after
all
you
went
sit
through
down-
that. Man, I was
Yeah.
called black trash and all kinds of
Yeah.
shit by my drill sergeant.
Dude.
All that shit told me.
Dude.
There's actually you can sign up for a racial group there, and that's what I did. And it was very successful because I did the same thing. Like it was 5 of us. It turned out to be 4 because the young lady she stopped attending. But just to get to know 4 other veterans and their experiences, my opinion, any therapy helps, man. You know, when you can get
Yeah.
stuff out of your body and you can get out in the atmosphere,
Yeah.
so you know when other people know it and you're not suffering alone or whatever. That's why I don't mind it, man, because I'm true to myself. Now, if I had something to hide, I'd be like, nah, I don't want no group therapy.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, Markel, back about 6-7 years ago, I tried to do an individual therapy. I think she did it 3 times, and then she offered to me and my wife the group therapy. Actually, it was longer than 6-7 years. It was 17 years ago, I believe.
Whoa.
So, yeah. But those 2 individuals, my psychiatrist and my psychiatrist and psychiatric doctor, they both left. They left and started their own little facility. And when I tried to do the outside thing, they would never let me go to their offices. Never. 3 unsuccessful times. I even
You
went
went
up
there
to
and
DC
scared
about
the
it.
shit out of them. You went in and scared the shit out of the women, Mr. Miles.
Mr. Miles, I
You went
did
there talking about what is it? What's what's your name? What's your name on the thing? You in there giving them damn shell
Oh, I
numbers.
changed it.
You in there giving them shell numbers of your weapons. You was scared the shit out of them.
Nah, because at the time I had very cool doctors. They were very rigid at first, and then over the years we kind of massaged each other, and I think they were tired of me coming in there with my wife at the time. So
Oh, one quick question before you go, Gary. Do they still let you follow your doctor when they move to another clinic as long as they stay within the state? I mean, it's within the county. Did they still let you do that now?
You're talking to me?
Yeah. Do they still allow you to follow?
Where I used to live in Chandler, right?
Right.
That's under the Phoenix VA. But when
Right.
I came out here to Costa Grande, in order to go to the clinic, they go, "Where do you go right now?" I told them I go to Phoenix. They go, "This clinic's under Tucson, so you're going to have to call to Tucson and sign up over the phone. Then we could place you with this clinic. Because if I didn't do that, I would still have to go to Phoenix. So I wanted to go to the clinic here, so I had to change from Phoenix to Tucson.
but doesn't
It's the cities, that's their boundary area, wherever
Yeah.
cities
They got this line,
areas to cover.
They got this imaginary line that they drew, fuck it all up. So now anything with Phoenix that's got to get done, it goes through California now.
yeah.
They got somebody
What?
in California. Yeah, like with my clothing allowance, Gary, it's in Phoenix. But I always got to talk to somebody in California.
Oh, that's
Because that's who
stupid.
makes the decisions now.
That's stupid.
Gary, remember when I was in California now?
It's only
my
2
particular-
though.
Gary, when I was in
It's
California, my hospital reported their documentation went to Arizona.
Oh, I went to Loma Linda in California. That's where I went when I was in California, Loma Linda.
Yeah, I was right there in Long Beach.
Hey,
All they could do was
Mr.
give
Miles,
him some
have
pills.
you ever tried
and talk to him slow.
community care for your PTSD for mental health? I did it for a year.
You don't want to hear the story behind that, Gary, because each time they tried to send me to a goddamn social worker instead of
No. I went
You know
through
what I'm
this
saying?
company. They sent me to. I had a pick of like 5 different companies. I went to this company and I did a video. Call.
Listen to the
every
story.
time.
Hold on, Gary. Time out. Listen
It's
to the
called
story, Gary.
Sounder Mind. It's called Sounder Mind. They're VA approved.
Right, but notice Gary said he was given 5 different choices. I wasn't given a choice. I fought to try to go see a psychiatrist, a psych doctor. I'm already seeing a psych doctor. You're sending me outside community care. Why are you sending me to a social worker?
No, because I had to talk to the person. The person you go. I forget. They're not a social worker, but they're kind of
Patient
like
advocate?
a social worker. Has
Patient
to do with
advocate
care.
office?
I had to go through an interview with him, like a psych
Oh.
interview with them. Then I was approved for community care, and I went to Sounder Mind, which is a very good company. You do it online video, just like you do your appointments, and then you go on as many times as you want, but you just have to make an appointment, and the VA pays for it. I did it for a year.
Arizona got this.
Talking about
Arizona has their stuff together. In Atlanta's more of. I'm gonna start saying. I'll say it this way. It's a little political.
I'm trying to take all this in, Mr. Miles. So, okay, one thing is Atlanta is political, but they say go somewhere else. Because me, I used to be the same way like you. Like, okay, why? My whole thing is why? Like, why I gotta do this? You know what I mean? Instead of accepting what the professional said, I'm recommending this. You know what I mean? I had to endure that, and it actually helped. It wasn't nothing against what I was trying to get the help for at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But I was so defensive, like, well, why I just want to talk to this.
Yeah.
I don't need this type of care. But
25
they
guys
go
were like
based
that.
off of me and my reactions. Like, he's aggressive. He's like, so okay, we need to separate. Let's break the problem down, and that's what God explains to me. It was like, this is why I'm recommending you to go to this therapist or this particular field versus just me, you one-on-one dealing with your trauma. You know what I mean? So I'm saying just be open to what they're trying to offer us, because at the end of the day, shit, we could be out here dealing with this like the homeless that's not a veteran. You know what I mean? Don't have these type of services and going through this shit mentally every day. So that's what I base my shit off of. I mean,
Mr. Miles, are you on Medicare or no?
No, I didn't choose. I did like Markel. I chose not to do that.
Not to
go
do
that
it?
route.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But keep in mind, keep in mind, while we were in a group for 14 and a half years.
Okay.
In a PTSD group, extreme PTSD group.
Okay.
And we all get our letter. They're disbanded. Okay, they're disbanded. Why are you getting promoted to AD?
Can I ask this? Did y'all?
If it was working, why did they disband it?
Did y'all have like personal contacts, like as far as texting each other, like what we do here?
Hell yeah, we did. Hell yeah. A
lot of them,
Gary. Yes, because we were the younger group.
Okay.
We were like one of the youngest groups, one of the youngest of their groups. And Master Blast, we had a warrant officer. We had a warrant officer in our group. We had a colonel in our group. We connected. We all called DC, gave them the run around. And old girl, because what they did was the 2 experts that they forced out of the group, forced out of the VA altogether, because she went and got a 2nd doctorate degree. She was trying to get promoted to manager, was not promoted to manager. Then she went in for the AD, associate director position. Did not get that. She waited a year. Still didn't see any progress. She gave them their papers, and she had 12 plus years experience.
Damn.
12 plus years. She wrote 2 different pamphlets for the VA psychiatric system. that they're still using to this day did not get promoted. But you bring a lady over, you bring a lady from the prison system, from the state prison system over here.
To replace her?
Yes. Once
That's
she put
ridiculous.
her paperwork in. Once she put her paperwork in. So now we went from one doctor from the state prison system to 3 doctors from the prison systems. And they all look.
It's about y'all
We-
over there raising all kind of hell.
Well, I mean, we just put our foot up on the table because it's like, what the fuck is going on? And you have no idea. You using your, check this out. You're using your prison tactics, and see, we can put hands on you here. You ain't got no guard protecting you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying, Mr. Miles? You in there scaring the hell out of them people.
No, but it's
Yeah,
not just
Miles a bad motherfucker.
It was said
He's a
no.
bad motherfucker.
Come on now. Here I could get theatrical, okay. But I'm very how shall I say?
Brandish. You're very brandish.
My corporate
brash.
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 My corporate managerial skills kicked in.
You can do that all day. You still brandish, dude.
Nah. Here I'm brandish.
You want to talk political? Go ahead. Okay, sure.
Oh, I don't talk that shit. That shit don't get nowhere. I was raised hands and knuckles.
Talking tough, sir. Yes, sir. I can tell. I can tell we met up. And, you know,
What
we
that
had some adult beverages. And I think me and you probably was square up.
Hey, Wally, that was you? That was you? Somebody out there spinning tires?
I'm by the highway. So
Oh.
they use this the little
drag
tram
race
thing.
and
They
motorcycle
drag
race?
race, yeah, because you
Okay.
can take off. I'm right here by the highway.
Oh, so we're gonna hear.
Sorry about that.
We're gonna hear Popo. We're gonna hear.
Oh, it's
Popo
all good. I didn't know
No.
where that was coming from. I'm like, shit, that ain't here.
You ain't gonna hear no fucking po-po. You probably hear an ambulance or a helicopter. No, I don't live in them. I ain't in the sticks, Mr. Miles. I mean, I ain't in the hood.
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't mean it that way. But you know,
That's why he gets a
on,
cheaper price, right, Wally?
on YouTube, the state of Texas be on there
Business
for them
Street, you get a cheaper
speech.
price.
Yeah, Texas be on there for them speeches, running from the Popo and laughing.
But that's probably in Dallas and Houston. And look, we have melting pot here, especially where I'm at, man.
I know about San Antonio.
Look, this is the most they're gonna do right here is speed race. That's the only crime we got out here is speed race. There ain't no cops. They're on the other side of town looking for the shooters.
Oh, dang.
Wally,
Sir,
is Fort Sam Houston still an open post with no gate and everything?
What?
well, I can't. I was going to
No
say
gate?
yes because I'm going over there Wednesday to do my taxes. I don't.
Because when I was there in
I'll tell you Saturday.
75,
No gate?
it was an open. It was an open post. Anybody could drive on. There was
It's a
no
tra-
checkpoints or nothing. I
It
don't
was a
know
training
how it is
center.
now.
It was a training center.
What's
I've
the
been
name of
over
it?
there. I'm
Fort
sure that
Sam
changed
Fort
the-
Sam
the-
Houston and
No
San
gate.
Antonio.
Nothing.
No, the what do you call it? You go from Alpha to Delta, whatever the ops, the security. I'm sure they got a gate guard or something. You know, you go to different levels for different things. So I'm sure Alpha is you got a gate guard and you got some type of barrier protection. You know what I mean? And that's
At
what
Fort Sam Houston?
everybody did that after 9/11. So they got a gate
Yeah.
guard. You
Well,
just
let us
can't
know,
Yeah,
go
it was
brother.
open when I was there.
Yeah, let us know if it's
Wow.
been
You said
upgraded.
75. I wasn't even born.
Dang. Or did you really say that? You wasn't born?
I wasn't. I was born in
Really?
1977.
Yeah,
God, dog, dude.
I told you I'm the, hey,
I was in
Besides,
the army
I'm
and
a
you wasn't
young
even born
buck,
yet.
God, dog, you know what I was wearing in 77?
I
Big
don't know.
collars.
77. I was
77, I was wearing
five.
a big collar.
I was
I was
trying to get
5
the
years
fuck out
old
the
in
womb. That's what I'm trying to
1977.
do. Let me get out the
Man,
womb.
I was
Be
wearing
nice.
big collar button-up shirts, man.
Hey, Siri.
I could be your grandpa, Wally.
Man, certain things I'm allowed in this shit, Jerry. But that one, no. You have no melanin in your skin. No, you
Oh,
cannot
dang.
fucking be my grandpa.
Oh,
You have the age of being my grandpa, but you cannot be my motherfucking.
Oh, snap. All right. Hey,
LOL.
Yeah,
LOL,
Marquette.
Wally.
Marquette, did you get a chance to review that information about that 4-star and those 2 NSA people getting the boot?
No. What was that at?
NSA side of the house.
No.
National
Yeah.
security, but he won't fire this DUI bandit though, huh?
DUI bet he won't find the people that was talking on a doggone public chat.
The head of national security. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Him and the Secretary of Defense got to go. Everybody that was affiliated in that doggone tread need to be fired. Y'all was supposed to be in the room with the president at the White House.
No, at best, Mr. Miles, he needs to be fired because
All of them.
you can't
But
control what
he's not serious about cybersecurity. He's not serious about national defense. The man don't even know about them doggone 4 soldiers that died over in Lithuania.
And in my opinion, that's because of alcoholism, perhaps. I don't know, but anytime you go into a social media gathering that's not secure, because either you secure or you're not.
He probably still don't have his clearance. None of them.
I'm in it. Okay, yeah, that's
He probably-
you then. That's
he
because they
he
should have been
probably
indoctrinated. If they were
Yeah.
indoctrinated, they would know better not to do shit like this. So, okay, you may have a point there.
He
So,
did like
which-
this. The same way he got his son-in-law to get his when he kept failing, he signed off saying, "Cause of me, he can get it."
Hey, well, look.
And they kept coming back. They kept coming back saying, "No, he cannot."
We'll see
Now
what
he
happens,
don't even
Mr.
have.
Miles.
You don't even have that person protected.
We'll see what happens, Mr. Miles. That's what I have to say, man. If nothing happens,
I got my popcorn.
I'm not gonna beat myself up, but I'm in agreement that
Popcorn, soda, drink, cigar, and whatever's in my cigar.
that's what I voted for.
Hey man, when it comes to all this, bro, we can get mad, we can jump up and down, but if we can't affect the change, hey, ain't no point of dwelling on that shit and getting no headaches, bro.
I don't.
I look at it. I ain't gonna lie. I look at stuff and I be like, well, goddamn, and I'll see if anything happened. If nothing happened, okay, I'm going on with my life.
Just
I'm
look
not
at
gonna
that-
sit there and worry about it.
Look at that comment that he was on here, huh? Barry.
Yeah, you know,
He
Tommy was on here
He
earlier.
said, "This is what I voted for."
He takes
No,
his wife to
I
top secret
vote
meetings
for-
with the diplomats from other countries. Yeah, I don't know about all that now, man. That's
Yeah. So Barry, look, I ain't even gonna touch on the subject of what you talking about because you know your position in this and where you are as
Yeah.
far as your status. But I did not vote for anything that's going to hurt us as
Mark,
Yes.
Bruh, that is a false narrative, gentlemen.
No, I can see you looking like Sam Christian, man. I can see you old school like you look now, or Jim Brown. Yeah, I
You got the big fro.
Yeah, you was proud.
Big fro with the big collars
Yeah.
and the bell bottoms on.
Brolic as shit at his statue, like, what's up, you know?
You got his pocket watch with his Stacey Adams.
He said, "Okay, well,
Right to his point.
nah, we didn't have money. Well, I didn't have money like that. My dad did. I didn't. My
But
dad
how
would
was you
tell
out
you in
there,
a
though?
heartbeat.
All right, what you had on when you was out
Whiskey
there?
and
Chuck
cheese.
Taylors in the t-shirt and the white beater?
Nope.
Flexing?
Nope.
What you had?
I was in a
Super
suit.
fly, super
I was in a
fly.
suit, bro. I was in a suit, 4-piece.
Holy shit. That ain't
Some-
broke, brother.
And sometimes I would have a derby hat on or a fly hat on. I never wore Kangos until I joined the military. Kango hats wasn't allowed in my family when I was growing up.
Well, why
That
do
was
you
this-
already know how Mr. Miles was looking? This how Mr. Miles was looking when he was coming out.
Oh, Lord.
Damn.
You wrong,
Huggy,
Marquez.
yeah,
You
huggy.
wrong. You wrong. That's all I'm gonna say.
Downtown
brother.
Dan.
Downtown Dan.
He said
Jerome
Jerome for Martin. Oh Lord. Coming from Barry. See, Barry,
Mr.
this is
Miles,
what
you look reformed, man. I'm telling you, honestly, you look like you got older, you know, but back in your day, like around my age, or a little younger, you was brolic, man. Like
I was clean shaved. I was clean. I'll let you know I had the European effect.
I'm not talking about no your facial. Nah, you wasn't clean. You was getting to that work, man.
Nah, I was when I was in the military, even my first 10, 15 years out, I still had the Euro look. So I was clean like I was still in the military.
No, so what triggered you? Was it Iraq or what was it back in the day? Was it what was the first the Desert Storm days or whatnot? Like something gotta trigger us at the end of the day. Like me, I know my shit happened early in age. My trauma did, you know, to make me the way that I am. But I'm just saying, for you, you're very mild mannered. But I know when you snap, you hang up. You just get the.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Mr. Miles is kicked back.
Respectfully.
He's way back.
Doc, back to you, man. I'm done.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Miles, we already know, dog. Back in your days, boy, you couldn't tell him nothing.
See, this fake dude right here. Oh Lord, here we go.
Oh, this the event. This the Pimp of the Year event.
Yep.
Play a haters ball.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, they're gonna ask you, Larry. Not the hairspray. But I have seen that. I have seen that in the club way back in the day. So yeah, but I didn't have no female spraying my hair when I let my hair start growing back. None of that. But I did walk around with a pick sometimes, like I did back when I was in high school.
You had the big afro pick?
Yes, sir. 2 of them.
Still say I know someone he called a
Jack
John
Turkey.
Turkey. I've heard my dad and my uncle say that word.
Jive Turkey.
I never. It wasn't in my vocabulary.
I haven't heard that expression in a long time.
Jive Turkey.
I've heard it. And matter of fact, my uncle Sammy, that's God bless that
You
dude.
can't be my grandpop. You don't even know what jive turkey means. Turkey.
Yeah. Look in the mirror, you'll see one.
Damn.
Gary done had his
Jive
meal.
turkey.
Gary done had his meal, and Gary is fired up. Wow. Yeah. Check. I got a question for the panel. If Saudi Arabia is part of the, are they part of the NATO pact?
No,
They're not. No, they're not a part of the NATO pact. But check this out. They are supposed to be on the U.S. side, right?
Correct.
We still have troops there, don't we?
Right. But yes, we do. Yes, we do, Gary. But how is it that Egypt will lock down on a doggone country around them? Jordan will lock down on the country around them, but Saudi Arabia won't fire off on little old Yemen. Why is that?
Because they probably agree with
Gary.
it.
So the shit that we was just talking about with the motherfucker that leaked the shit out on that damn application, whatever it is called, whatever it is, it's only certain places that is going to take the fighters, and Saudi being one. I don't even want to talk too much OPSEC, but aircraft.
But my question was, why won't the country of Saudi Arabia, who getting all this updated American equipment, why should we have to use our Navy over there to fire off on their behind instead of Saudi Arabia, who's right there, right next to them? Look how big Saudi Arabia is. You trying to tell me big old country?
Location, Mr. Miles.
Right.
Location. Core.
Mr. Miles, have you been there?
Oh, look, this is Tommy Gooey Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is.
Mr. Miles, have you been to Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Yeah, I lived there 3 years.
Oh, you was good to go.
I was a contractor, DOD contractor.
It's all about location. So me, I was at what is the shit? I wasn't at Riyadh. I was at Al something. But
I'm sorry, but you wouldn't get no more equipment from me if you can't be like, hey, I need you to handle this. And I need you to handle your cousins.
intelligence. They playing a part. When I'm saying how we have our resources located, Mr. Miles. Saudi Arabia is playing this part because it's about stuff I ain't gonna say on here. I mean, it's about location. That's why they strike from different locations.
Right. They are our main source. If something go down with Iran, I got all that. I want to know why you can't take care of your cousins down here in southeast.
That's not they. What you just said is absolutely fucking right. We worried about they job strategically is to worry about what you just said right now.
Well,
they not like us. They don't put their nose. Let me see. I'm talking to.
Yeah. It's just it lets me know how powerful that cousin is. That cousin's not playing. They're a small country.
Hey, listen here. When it come down to it, man, I think, and I know, and I go to the we the most powerful goddamn weapon in the world, man.
But we got to get there when it's outside of the borders of the United States. And right now, we're cutting off the noses of all of our friends.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means we got to start using our own intel, our own satellites. Instead of waiting on our European satellite to come and give us some information and transfer it to our satellite.
If that resorts into giving back to the American people as far as funding and things of that nature, because we're cutting stuff because we're saving billions and billions. Let the public be the answer to that, because all they see is we got our nose in this, and we spending billions of dollars going here. But we in a country where we got people living on the street, man.
Oh yeah. And veterans living on the streets. I agree there. I'm with you there. I'm tracking.
So why not pull them resources back to us, where we can put the money, the people behind it, and try to make it different? You know, if a motherfucker say, no, I just want to live on this vent, that's my choice.
So why you not going after your wife's purse and pulling those doggone four or five credit cards?
I've lost.
Okay. Department of Defense is your wife.
Oh, okay.
Y'all getting a little too deep.
You just scratching the surface.
And look,
The stuff they doing right now, they scratching the surface.
We 3 months. We be 3 months deep, Mr. Howard. I mean, Mr. Miles. Pause, if y'all want to call it. Like, I see change coming. I see shit getting shook up.
I'm good with the shake up, but you still haven't gone after your wife's purse. She's still spending that money, and you don't even care what she's spending it on.
You gotta elaborate. I don't understand. You gotta elaborate.
I said 3-4 credit cards. Just think of the Department of Defense as your wife.
Okay.
All right.
You got 4 different departments. I think it's like 5 or 6, right?
Listen.
Are y'all discussing that? I'm just showing a little bit of Mike's video.
Mike is having a blast.
Where's this at?
Love and Freedom,
Brazil.
Mike.
Yeah, where they at?
In Rio.
Oh, okay.
Oh, real. Okay.
Yeah,
Brazil.
Brasilia.
But yeah, that's like he must be in Ipanema. Yeah, he probably in Ipanema. Where you at, Mike? Ipanema?
Oh, but he was in Copacabana right here.
And that's a clean
It
beach.
look like he's outside of Copacabana.
I'm just reading what's on the title, bro.
Because it's not a lot of people. Copacabana is usually packed. Ipanema is more on the Gary side, meaning complexion.
Ah, damn, bro. Here you go with that bullshit earlier.
Have you
Hey,
been
check-
to Brazil, Wally?
Gary, I've been to Salvador Bahia.
Okay.
All right.
You lying on all the brothers on me.
Yo, but I went to Salvador for the carnival.
And Markel, I just got a picture from my nephew today. He just took a picture out there on Sugar Hill.
A picture from
Today.
the one that looked like that photo.
He's up there with the what is it? The Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Christ Redemption. The
Christ the Redeemer.
Christ the Redeemer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So I was surprised. He didn't even tell me.
Gary,
My
what's
baby
holding you up? Your wife?
What?
Your wife holding you up?
No. No, she's in the other room watching her novellas.
Seen out gambling.
Come on, bro. You was in a
I'm
man
sorry,
wife
man.
holding him up.
I'm sorry, Gary, but it was funny. It was a joke.
Look,
It's
man,
a joke.
that's he knows. You know I'm joking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You my
Oh,
favorite
shit.
friend. You know that? You my
Well,
favorite
I'm the
friend.
one that holds her
Why?
up. I know you.
And Wiley is sober.
I ain't
And
been
I
there.
even
No.
finance her casino escalades.
Oh snap! Y'all stupid.
Boy, y'all, something else. Y'all are something else.
We
No,
we're not even fully
like Gary.
comfortable.
I thought Gary was a bot, man, because he's so the way he talked. Like, he was tearing your ass up earlier.
Now, Gary,
Now,
Gary,
he's no bot.
Gary,
Nope.
you was sounding like one of Darth Vader's little junior minions now back in the
Oh,
day.
come on,
You
Barry.
was.
Barry called me
Look at
that.
this
So
stuff,
let me
man.
ask you this. Let me ask you this, Gary. You get up every morning,
Barry
you get you a
Jr.
fresh shave. Gary, you get you a fresh shave every morning. You go in the bathroom, get you a fresh shave.
No, I haven't shaved. Sometimes I don't shave for 2 or 3 days. Sometimes
What branch of service were you in?
Army.
He was in the army.
Army. I mean,
I'm
you
a
have to
Vietnam
go here
era
drunk
vet.
and goddamn
Served
high
in
all the time.
Korea on the DMZ.
Shit. You sound like
I was
know that.
I was on the DMZ. I was on the North Korea border when I was 17 years old, Wally.
Well, no. I was just asking because you got. I'm looking at you. You sitting up
Kmart.
now. You got the face of that. Like,
ain't
Come
nobody
on,
getting
bro.
no five.
Come on,
on.
Mr. Lawson. Come on, Mr. Lawson.
Hey,
Come
Mark.
on, bro.
I took out my
What's going on,
glasses.
Mr.
Can you see
Lawson?
me better?
I
What
love
does
you,
it say?
Mr. Lawson, but come on,
What
man.
does it say? Can I see
Put
that?
it
Pull
back up there, man.
I didn't even read it. I just seen K Mark. They didn't even say K Mac.
That's supposed to be K Mac.
It's K Maga. Gotta get it right now, Mr. Lawson. It's K Maga.
It's K Maga.
Yeah, all that money they say that's supposed to be coming has never been true.
Bro, the whole point of cutting the money is to turn down to trim the deficit. Why would they give out $5,000 checks?
If they trying to
No, but
The
they've
purpose
been
of saving
saying
money.
that for
You
a
could have
while.
just left shit the way it was.
And Elon should be cutting us a check.
No,
Yep.
nobody should be cutting this shit. We men, man.
Hold
You
on.
gotta go get it. Go ahead.
Okay. We can't go get it from Mr. Elon though. Long as he in the United States, we can get it.
I don't know about you. I don't want nothing from nobody, man. I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna go earn it at the end of the day, and I think I have.
Hey,
So when it comes
he
to stuff like this, like the whole what was the stimulus and all that shit, like that man they had to do like that. That shit was a shake up in the government. Like, what, they were getting free money. As you can see, motherfuckers taking advantage of the PPP. That's why they locked up in federal prison now. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
it ain't just PPP, Wally. The damn
there was some other loans. There was some other
unemployment.
loans out
They
there.
were getting they was fraudulently getting unemployment money too.
What?
Yeah, and Social Security.
Bro, Mr. Miles, you had people.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
You had your
Serious,
people,
Gary?
you had people working full-time jobs applying for unemployment. They were getting unemployment and money from their job at the same time.
Yeah.
How? What's wrong with these systems?
That's what
So it takes a while to get with COVID. Nobody was really They were trying to help people. This was during COVID. They just trying to get checks out.
Yeah, but they should have cut it off a long time ago. All these people were sitting in their house because they were drawing money. They didn't want to go to work. They were getting free money.
And you know they just extended it, right? They extended the time.
Extended what?
What?
10
To
years.
go back to work.
Again?
To go back
They
to
just
work.
extended it again.
That's
To
ridiculous.
return back to office.
Huh?
Wait a
To
minute.
return back to office.
They
No,
extended
no,
the
no.
money.
They
or the
extended the
office?
time for the prosecutor's office to go after these people.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Why? Why?
To get that money. They get them income tax checks. All these people who was expecting income tax checks, you know, they online. I'm about to get me a new car, Nick. You got a letter. Thank you. This is for the damn this is unemployment money that you weren't supposed to get. We're gonna take it every year. We're gonna take it every year. We're gonna take what's in your bank account. We're gonna take it all.
Yeah, a lot of
Go
people.
Doge.
A lot of
Tom
people
Brady-
on Social
did Tom
Security
Brady
owes
get
a lot
his-
of money
his
too.
letter? See,
You can
see,
check
we
your
got a lot
account.
of we got a lot of
It'll tell
Tom
you if
Brady's
you owe
walking
money.
around here. Elon Musk
Ooh.
walking around here with our money.
Hold up. Say it again, Wally. Go who?
Go Doge.
Go Doge.
Did you hear that, K-Mac? Did you hear that, K-Mac?
And what is he doing with it? Pull up Doge.gov.
Pull
There's
up who?
receipts out there. Doge.gov. There's receipts out there.
For what?
Doge.gov.
They've had to pull the site down 3 or 4 times. Still been talking about that for the last
Sure.
2 weeks. They've had to pull that site down and redo the numbers.
Because of the no,
Because they were falsifying numbers.
Redo the infrastructure because of the service on how it's. I ain't come on here for no political thing, but look,
We're not talking.
go ahead.
I didn't-
I'm
I didn't
gonna
know.
listen. I know how I usually get. I just listen.
This is what you wanted to see? The official website.
What does it say? I can't. It's too small for me.
Today's agency terminated 63 wakeful contracts with a ceiling value of 124 million and saving of 39 million, including 1.25 million. Is that Homeland Security? Marketing consult contracts, Google AdWords management, 1.9 million. Okay.
I personally don't want you to pull anything up. I was just saying, speaking on the conversation, but I diverse and I'm mute.
But the whole point though of saving the money is to help bring down the deficit. It isn't to take the check.
That's what it's supposed to
and
be.
then turn around and give it to people. Give me my $5,000. Well, what the hell was the point of getting rid of all this shit if you just gonna get the money back out?
No, but
defeats the purpose.
To reduce, meaning reduce the deficit, meaning reducing taxes. Like it's
I understand that, but I'm saying for people who think they're supposed to get a check, why would you think you're gonna get a check if they cutting all this to save money to lower the deficit, not to turn around and give American people's checks? That don't make sense.
That's
Smoke
only
screen.
Yeah.
Smoke screen.
Yeah, that shit don't even make sense.
Smoke screen.
Yeah,
You
the
defeated the purpose of saving
deficit was
money.
supposed to go down.
Is anybody that's been sorry?
K MAGA, baby. I gotta make him I gotta make a K MAGA photo.
Yeah,
AI photo.
the AI
Please do that. Hey, with the red band mark here, with the
With the red hat on, right? That says K MAGA on the front.
the red armband.
FBA.
Oh yeah, hold up. We're gonna put a red band that say K MAGA and FBA on his red hat. Okay. Hold up.
Pull up, K-Man.
You're making it with AI?
Oh, snap. Yeah, he gonna do an AI one.
Now you know what? This is gonna game me fucking goddamn Texas at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, because he's sending me some clips on YouTube.
Oh, he does that to everybody, I think.
Yeah, he been slowly started cranking back up on me, so I see I'm gonna have to start sending him some more American Indian information. But
Hey man, listen.
Yes.
I respect y'all because of a generational difference at the end of the day. So
Wally,
I do
what
listen.
generational difference? Bro, I'm only like 4 or 5 years older than you.
but
But you're still
but
older.
last week came somebody said I said I was 47. What did he say? What my favorite cracker say?
He said I'm still older than you. When I said I'm older, he said I'm still older.
Well, this don't pertain to you. It pertains to
Well,
Mr. B.
Wally's the
that-
baby of the
no,
panel.
Howie.
No,
is.
Howard. Howard and Warrior, the babies of the group.
Yeah, they're the babies.
Howard's younger than Wally.
Yes.
Yeah,
Howard's like 30,
Yes.
37 or 38.
Howard's in his 30s.
yeah. So
Oh, I
I'm
thought
just
Wally
saying,
was
Howard's
the
still-
youngest.
Howard's still a cock diesel. Him
nah,
and Warrior.
yeah, they both are younger than me, but normally on the panel, y'all all are older than me. So
Howard is
Yeah.
about 3-4 years older than my son. Cause that's how my son acts.
but still, I got an old soul, so that's why I'm able to relate at the end of the day. But I still give y'all respect because
Old
y'all are my
soul.
elders.
Who said you had an old soul?
He did.
Nah, I mean,
Did
that's
somebody
how
in the family? Did somebody in the family tell you that?
and the
He got an
family,
old
my
soul.
friends,
Okay.
like
Okay.
because how I'm far futuristic, like far as like I don't go to no clubs and all this shit, but my friends and shit like they still, come on out, this, that, and the third. I'm like, nah, man, we too old for that shit, man. Like just that's just one particular
Wally,
area, but
So what? That means you've been going to church?
no,
Okay.
Man, the damn the
This is
church
my
door
church
for
right
now.
here.
Wally
This is
walking
my
in the
church.
church. Shit.
He'll get locked in if he go.
not. I don't want to get locked into anything, man. I'm enjoying myself too much, man. I don't want to be locked. I like my peace.
You referring to what's his name that locked the church doors? He talking about what's his name?
Marvin Sapp.
Yeah, Marvin
Sapp.
Sapp.
Hey, he got one of the best songs that.
All right.
Oh snap! Oh snap! With the shades and everything.
Look at old K Maga.
Take a picture. Let me take a picture.
Well, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Okay, man.
I'll send it to you.
You gotta make his face a little bit more chunkier, though. A little bit more chunky.
That's cold. That's cold. You saying he needs a double chin? Is that what you saying? For his age?
No, his cheeks make it a little more chunkier.
So it needs a double
Hey,
chin.
man.
I'm just trying. I remember K Mac. He's a little chunkier. And he's great. He ain't got no black mustache. This is gonna be great.
Markel, I'm about to look away because I know you're gonna try to use this as a short. I'm about to look away as I start laughing. So you saying, Wally, that he needs a double chin? Is that what you're saying?
I just said a little bit more chunkier. Would you disagree?
A double chin means you are.
Hey, man,
would you
that's
disagree?
That's
No.
K
Would you
Maga.
disagree? Would you disagree?
K
that
Maga.
No,
K
no,
Maga.
I
His face is a
wouldn't.
little bit more fuller.
I'm not disagreeing.
That's K Maga.
Oh snap!
But y'all terrible.
All right.
Terrible.
So still at work.
Oh
All
Lord.
right.
Yeah, still at work. Barry
Account for.
somewhere supposed to be working. He's somewhere in a corner hiding.
Barry, both of them Barrys. Shit. What
Mr.
time
B,
is it in
Mr. B
Brazil?
had company. He couldn't stay on long. He had
Oh
company.
Lord,
Yeah.
he had come on,
He
He
did. Bro.
did.
We heard that person in the background.
He did.
Mr. B meaning which Barry? Which one?
No, we ain't
Little
talking
Barry.
about Gooey Duck. We talking about Mr. B.
We talking about Little
Mr.
Bear.
B.
Little Bear.
Ah,
Little Bear.
Little
Little Bear. Little Bear.
Mr. B's Little Barry.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's how I have him in my system.
Okay. Remember that. Remember
Only one of them moving around now.
All right, Mr.
Hey, I backs up mine. What you want? What you want? You want a 40 burger or you want a 10 Mike burger? What you want?
Mr. Miles.
You want some brass knuckles or you want some steel knuckles? Which one you want? Just let me know.
Oh shit.
I'm getting like steel. I don't fight anymore.
Nah,
I want to.
man.
I want to. Now, if you're about my age, you about 10 years younger than me.
Man, I ain't fighting. Look. I ain't fighting nothing.
I'll knuckle. Hey,
Miles.
we will have that fade.
Mr.
Nah, you
Miles,
don't
I
need
ain't-
to, man.
Bruh, I'm not fighting nothing but a cold. I ain't doing goddamn fighting. Them days is over.
Yeah.
Look, hey, in your
I
mind,
I put that energy into my women. And
Bruh.
not mean to put my hands on them, but in between
Wally.
the sheets.
in our mind, we can do everything we used to do when we was
Yeah.
21, 22. You fuck around and swing and throw your arm out, back hurting. You got one good chance. You got one chance. You miss. That's your ass.
That's it.
That's your ass.
Oh snap!
But seeing my mental, Markel, my mental is at this point now is like no longer to hurt.
Oh,
Yes, or survive or defend. I mean, but what you just said, yeah, it'll take me back. Now, if you take me back there, then I'm gonna go there. But I don't go forward in life. I just want peace, man.
That sounds like an Air Force thing.
What?
I said it.
Please explain.
Explain.
Yeah, what sounds like an Air Force thing?
What you just
Hey,
said.
the Air Force is the best service as far as benefits, great chow, and
let the
everything.
electricity go off. Let the
You're not
electricity
even
go off.
talking about nothing.
They don't have to
Y'all
get
not
a
talking
bill
about
to get a
Gary,
hotel room or a pool.
Gary, let the electricity go off.
See, I can see already in the barracks, Mr. Miles was the leader of the blanket party. We about to get this motherfucker right here. He's already the leader of the blanket party, Wally. You know what a blanket party is?
I
No, the
I
Air Force don't know what
I
that
got
is.
recycled as part. I was the leader of a blanket party. We fucked
Oh,
my
I didn't know
dorm
this.
chief
I
up.
never heard of the Air Force having that.
Hey man, hold his arm, get that blanket, hold down his arm, put it
We
on his
fucked
chest,
my
and put it
dorm
on his
chief
legs.
up. We fucked my dorm chief up. I got recycled. I
Markel,
didn't graduate because of that.
You
And I
got
was on
recycled
graduation day was the next goddamn day. We fucked
From-
my dorm chief up.
from the AIT, from
Huh?
from your school, your MOS school. Your
No, from basic training, Gary.
basic
oh
training.
dang,
Okay.
Yeah.
dang.
You got
But-
recycled in basic training? Damn.
Wally,
I did.
Wally. See, this is the difference between me and you, Wally.
Sure.
My
I'm
Vietnam
totally
vets,
different.
my Vietnam vets that taught me about them pillow parties. You put it together, and your body should never move from that bump.
Sure.
Wally,
So you was never there. You was never involved.
when I went in the military, I was 17.
You wasn't the
And-
bully.
I was 3 pounds underweight. And the day from when we were supposed to be leaving from the reception center to what they called the hill to the dormitory to begin basic training, they pulled me out because I was 3 pounds under, and they wanted to put me through this training program to fatten me up. I said, no, I don't need that. I don't want to delay. I want to do my basic training and then get it over with. So they sent me back.
Gary, wasn't that back in during? I heard about
73,
that.
1973.
But didn't they send you
Damn,
didn't they send you through the child hall like so many times to fatten you up?
No. They tried to put me in that program, but I told them I didn't want to do it. I was fine going through basic training, and they put me with another group going to basic training the next day up where they do basic training, and I graduated the same day.
Wow. Well, I know we had 6 people. They did that, but we used to get extra food from them.
But it's
Especially when we
better
used to
than
go out.
it's better to be
What are we
in the
talking
fat
about?
camp where they make you exercise all day.
Well, it's
Not making weight. I mean,
It's
I
the
don't know
Fat Boy
what y'all schooling me
program.
on.
In other words, they slipped through the cracks of being recruited into the military where they were underweight.
It wasn't no slip through the cracks. Them damn recruiters used to lie their ass off, man. What you talking about slip through the cracks? I
Yeah,
love
they
it.
gave me a
Hey, get outta
waiver
here.
for 3
You
pounds.
slip through no crack.
Doctors gave me a waiver for 3 pounds.
You know how many times my
Slip
cousin
through the
had
cracks.
in the army, Mr. Miles, that couldn't spell army. Shit, ain't no slip through the
Damn. I thought those people were kicked over to the Marines.
But me personally, I'm not learning from this.
Oh,
shit
no.
about
They
slipping
got
through the
waivers.
cracks with the weights.
Really?
Like, I mean,
They got waivers
how
to
do
get
we
in the
get
army.
here? How do we get to slipping through the
Wow.
cracks because of weight?
Hold on. Wally, well, Mr. Miles, there were
Yes.
guys that would score 17, 18. They would get them a waiver, get them in.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Now I know that. Yeah.
That's
and then the waiver shit,
ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those are people that we were putting out at our the main units.
They must have put them as cooks or infantry.
Whatever
Did you
open
want?
spots,
Did you want
'cause
them to see you
when
in
you get a
combat?
waiver, when you
Did
get a
want
waiver,
them
you
to
don't
see
get
you
to
in
pick.
combat? No, you don't. Yeah, get your ass in that grill. Nah, I
Yeah, you
wouldn't
don't
do
get to
that.
pick what job.
we
You
trying to.
take whatever they give you.
Hey,
No,
hey,
I picked my own job. I picked my
hey.
own job. I picked my first duty station overseas.
Oh,
I picked all that.
quick
Was you
announcement.
officer, Gary?
I
Mr.
picked Germany. I picked
Mr.
Germany.
Miles sent us a
That was my
photo when he
original
was back in the
plan,
day.
but my recruiter
Who?
changed
Hold
my
up.
mind to go to Korea.
Who?
Hold up. Mr. Miles sent us a photo.
Here we go. Here we
He was
go.
about 21 or 22 years old, Wally.
That's his
And I'm gonna show you this
profile.
photo, Mr.
That's how.
Miles just shared
That's
with
how I
the
know
group.
it's not true.
This is the photo Mr. Miles shared with the group.
Yeah, it's a
Come on.
profile.
Damn.
With bell bottoms.
And
With
boots,
bell
those
No,
boots,
bell bottom.
cowboy
Your hand
boots.
on your head.
Hey, read the shirt, Mr. Miles. What the
Look,
shirt
no,
say?
look at that hand on your head.
King of the blanket parties, U.S. military.
U.S. military.
He looked like Jim Kelly. That's
No, he
cold-blooded.
looks sassy. He looks sassy.
Mr. Miles, did you show up for basic training like that before they gave you your haircut?
I got a haircut just like that, bro. They put it in my lap.
And that's likewise, because I had a lot of hair when I went, and they cut the shit off and put it right in my lap.
Yeah, they
let you
laugh
look
at
it,
you.
and
They
get the
laugh at
shit
you,
off.
Wally. They laugh at when you come in.
Oh, he's sassy. He did look sassy to him in the hip. What the fuck? That's how
Hey,
y'all
what's
used to
going
do it
on,
back
Mike?
in the
How you
day.
doing?
And I don't know about when you guys went in, we had to pay for our own haircut. Did you guys have to pay for your own haircut
What?
too?
No, the
Yeah, we
government
had to
paid
pay
for
for our own
mine.
haircut, I believe.
Man,
Yeah, I
they
believe
put
that
us
was
in a
true.
line, Gary.
Yeah.
Shit, like we was cattle. They put us in a line. There was a barber chair.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
a small vacuum cleaner on the end of the clippers, and they would just run
Yeah,
like 4 swipes. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Next.
That's all I remember about basic training is being in lines. For fucking haircuts, them goddamn them immunizations and shit. You all
Yeah.
Oh,
in a
the air
line.
needles, Wally. You talking about those air needles?
We had those guns, the shotguns.
He
They
said,
get two
K-Mac
arms at the
converted
same
me.
time.
I'm full
Right.
MAGA now.
Right, and that's right, them big ass needles, man.
All right, Mr. Lawson.
Fuck. That's why I think I'm crazy as I'm now, man. Going all the way back. Look, you don't immunize me like I'm a goddamn elephant. Like they
Hey, Wally.
big ass joint.
I remember that shit like it was yesterday. They had
You
you
move,
stand
it's
there
gonna tear your whole goddamn bicep to your tricep.
and they tell you, don't move. If you move, it's gonna cut you. Don't move. And they hit you both at the same time while one was on one side, one on the other.
Yeah, yeah.
You said a bow. You said, God damn.
Well, I'm not going through goddamn DUI procedure. What the fuck you mean? Don't move. And like, shit, my mom gonna say, this shit hurt. What the fuck you mean don't move? I had 2 scars on both my goddamn biceps because I moved because like, that shit hurt. The fuck you mean don't move? Okay.
I don't
yes,
even
sir.
know what kind of shots they gave us.
Oh, they gave us all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah.
They tell you what the hell they gave us.
And look, they done shaved my goddamn afro off. I'm just going through a goddamn line and shit. I don't know what's going on. I can't talk to no women. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, I
That
remember
day
that,
1,
Wally.
2, and 3, that first week, no
Hey.
joke, man.
Wally, I remember that, and I remember taking that picture. You know that picture that they sent home? Raggedy ass top, tore up ass uniform. I mean,
Oh,
raggedy ass.
yeah.
It's only the top head. They got it already prepared. Put this on. Put this hat on. Don't even smile. Take this photo. Click. This is gonna send home to your parents.
Hey, but you know what? You know what that photo did for me though, Doc? So
What Air Force? What?
Chair Force.
I'm making a damn service, Mr. Miles. What the fuck? Like,
Hey, Mr. Miles, you see Mr. Lawson has switched over. He said he full MAGA.
Huh? Are you? Well,
Yeah, I'm for Trump, but I don't agree with everything he does, though.
and that's what I say also, Gary. Like,
Gary,
you know,
look.
like, but
I'm for the cleanup. But I'm not
Look,
for MAGA.
I'm like this. I want him to win because if he win, we all win.
Yes,
I don't care
yeah.
who in office.
Yeah.
I want him to
Exactly.
win.
But everybody that,
I'm not a
that, I,
fan of
that,
Trump.
that I encounter
I'm not.
with, for the most part,
Bruh, I'm
they
not a
want him
fan
to
of Trump.
lose.
Probably.
They want him to lose.
I
Well,
don't, man. How you want him to lose? That means we all lose. How you
Yeah,
want
exactly.
somebody- That shit don't.
Exactly.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
But call
Yeah,
up,
man is in
that's what
office
the
now.
call up
Democrats
a few of your panel
want
I'm
him
get
to
my
lose.
charger.
Bruh,
Call
okay.
up a few of your panel members then.
the election is over. Okay. At this point, let the man win. Because if he win, we all win. That's
Yeah,
how I feel.
yeah.
No,
That's
let
right.
the man do his job at the end of the day, you know, and
Yeah, that's
and
what he's saying.
sort of we'll see.
Look, if this shit don't work out, we're gonna find out quickly if it ain't gonna work out. But I don't care who in office. I want whoever in office to win. That's all I'm asking. Just win. Don't fuck it up. Win. I don't know how people vote against their own country. They hate. It's just. Well, I want him to fuck up. What do you mean you want him to fuck up? That mean everybody fucked up. What you mean? No.
This is shit
No,
I
this,
gotta sit through
this
every time.
weekend-
I'm about to shut up like.
This weekend, they were supposed to have a lot of Trump protesters, I believe.
They already
Different
have. They
cities.
got them out there every day. Damn near. Hey, but the ones you got to watch out for, if they ever start protesting in the South, that's when you know it's a wrap. If you see them in Kentucky, Arkansas, fucking Louisiana protesting, yeah, it's shit about to change.
If y'all pay attention to the protest, you can look at the flags and see who protesting.
Oh,
Excuse me for a second.
the rainbow flags. Oh.
No, one of them, and there's another one.
Like I said, man, I don't want the country to lose because that means I'm losing money. I'm already looking at my damn 401k, mad the motherfucker.
Hey, Markel, make sure you send me that one. I'm gonna have to clip some of that.
You want that photo?
I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna make sure my wife and nephew see that one, and my son and daughter. That's crazy.
Markel, now's the time. Now's the time to invest big.
No, I want to buy for sure.
Yeah,
the blood's
now's the
already in
time
the
to buy,
water.
to invest. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
it's
blood
gonna
is
go up.
already in the water, bro.
Oh, I want to buy.
That's the
for
time to
sure.
buy, Mr. Miles, when you're
Yeah.
in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in the group chat, Mr. Miles.
Okay, got you.
King of the blanket party.
Nah, I didn't. I was because they used to call me Smiley. So one drill, actually two drills, pull me to the side and it's like, look, you're gonna keep getting in trouble. You need to start getting in trouble for the smarter way. And he's like,
Yeah, he said they hadn't hit bottom yet. But still,
Yeah,
they hadn't hit
yeah.
bottom yet. No, but I'm looking at. I'm watching my Apple stock. It's going down. It ain't going down like crazy down, but it's down from where it was. And my Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm hurting.
Apple's supposed to be doing a plant. We're in the United States. They're supposed to be doing a new plant or something.
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah. Robin said, "Hey man, he done changed his profile pic.
God, dog, he didn't.
I can't blow that.
Roland,
Hey, I can't blow that
he
up.
looks different.
Hey, Hey, Mr. Lawson, you're not in our group, are you? God damn it. I want to see what that hat says because I don't think it says what y'all think it says. I'm pretty sure that hat doesn't say what y'all think it says. It does not.
Tell us what it says on your
That
hat.
hat, I can't blow it up. That hat doesn't say what
No,
y'all think it
yeah.
says.
Roland, tell us what it
If
says
you
on your
invest
hat.
now, you be just losing money. Now I want to buy. I'm sitting on the sideline still. I'm waiting to see when it's gonna rebound.
Well, I know what my hat would say.
I missed it.
Wink, wink.
What would your hat say?
Oh, my hat. Make America Indian red again.
What? Make it.
Now turn off the electricity and let's see who's a savage.
Oh, that okay, MAGA.
Oh,
K-Mag, you gotta
snap.
change
You
your name, dog. K-MAGA.
K-Mac.
K-Mag, did you see your photo Mr. Miles made?
I don't even see why y'all so.
Look at that
I don't
arm.
even know.
Making
I don't-
America great again.
I don't
K-Mag,
even know how to do
Did you
that.
see your photo Mr. Miles made?
I don't even know how to do that.
FBA
Cam up.
with K MAGA on the sleeve.
And FBA on top. Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's K MAGA.
He gotta have a little gray, little shady, little mustache.
But he gotta have a double chin.
Oh my God! Don't y'all start this shit.
And he gotta be looking from the side. You know how he gotta be from the. He got the side view on his camera.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit!
I'm fucking winning.
Oh snap!
The motherfucking dude.
Yeah, with that devil.
What's up?
What the? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once it starts falling, then you buy it. Boy, y'all
Right.
crazy motherfucker, dude.
All right, Gary. I followed your advice. I'm in the house, man. It's cold as shit out there. I had
God
nothing
damn,
to
one
smoke.
sleeve. Yo, that's your new name now on one sleeve.
One
You done
sleeve.
put down the
No, I was sleeveless.
Mr. Miles gave you that name, one sleeve.
One sleeve.
One sleeve cut off and then one sleeve on one side.
And that's what it was.
No, I didn't. I had both of them cut off. I don't know. Maybe it was the still view of my camera or something. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
I was in Maybach mode.
All right.
Well, gentlemen, we about to get up off here, man.
Oh, this has been fun. This has been fun.
Hey, man, y'all crazy the motherfucker, dude.
Hey.
Y'all ass is crazy.
Always a motherfucking blast with you guys, man.
Yeah,
Hey, you ain't lying,
Yes.
though, Wally? When you
Huh?
say this is therapy, bro, I be looking forward to this shit, though, because, man, y'all be having me cracking the fuck up.
Hell, I was
Yeah, man.
surprised you wanted to
Good
do another
therapy.
one back to back.
That's good therapy.
This shit is cool. Like I don't work. My name should be Tommy. Look, anytime I'm available for this shit. Look. Anytime we can sit back and kick it, man, like this, man. Shit, I'm available, man. Like what, man?
Yeah,
Be
look
happy.
look at all the different characters that we have on the panel.
And we men, man, so we got so much shit on our shoulders at the end of the day, man. We gotta have shit like this, man. Like, fuck, tomorrow I gotta wake up and, well, shit, I gotta pay the goddamn child support. I gotta do this, that, and the third, you know.
Child support. Woo, that's a dirty word there, boy.
Yeah,
Working.
I'm waiting on the man in the White House to go after that too.
All I'm saying is this is what we wake up to. Like, not all of us, but it's gonna be something on our shoulders. Shit, this goddamn 2 months. Damn, somebody done broke into my. I gotta go buy 2 fucking windows now. Goddamn hailstorm. Shit, the insurance ain't paying for that. I gotta pay $5,000. Well, you know what? I'm gonna ride around bumpy, man. What the?
Man, put you some
I own that
plastic on the
motherfucker.
windows. Hey, be true ghetto, Wally. Get you some plastic.
Nah,
Some plexiglass.
Cause I'm gonna call you Ghetto Tommy.
Well, see, I didn't say I was broke, you know.
No, he's not.
So
Hey,
everything is good, but
He's
I'm just
richer
saying.
than Mr. Miles.
Listen, I'm not about to spend no goddamn what they ask me
You may have
for.
to do more than twice a week, man.
It is Tuesdays and Saturdays. Shoot.
Tuesdays, Fridays, occasional Saturday.
You
Yeah.
cool, brother. You cool. You cool. Hey, look, hey, but you see the people asking for it. But you know what? When you ask them, came up. What the fuck?
Oh, Combat Survivor been on before.
Yeah,
I
He in the group
know, I
chat.
know,
You know he in the
I
group
know.
chat, White Wally. Wally.
I know
You he in
that.
the
I
group
know
chat.
that. But all y'all that support, come on,
Wally,
came up.
Wally, are you
Sir.
the reason why Mr. Collins
No,
Mr. Collins
Russian
back.
bot?
no.
Hey, you
That's
know
all
Mr.
you.
Collins is
That's
back, right?
all you.
No, he
No.
ain't. I haven't seen him.
Mr. Collins
No,
left
it was
2-3
you.
comments on some videos we did. He back.
When?
No,
The last
Mr.
video.
Miles-
Mr. Collins,
last night,
he's
he
been
left a
gone a long
comment.
time.
Nah,
Mr. Miles,
Collins, you need to
he
get your ass
despises
back
Mr.
on.
Collins. He
You
always
need to
calls
get
him
your
about.
ass back on.
Unless he's watching in the background.
How the fuck
Yeah,
you
Mr.
watching
Collins
it?
back. He left a
How
couple
the-
comments.
How the fuck you watching in the background, Mr. Collins? So when you watch this shit, you can do
No,
nothing.
he's
Give me your
watching the
address
background without commenting.
so I can,
Yeah, Mr.
so I can
Collins
hunt you
was
down.
back. He hadn't left a comment in a while, but yeah, he came back and left some comments.
Yeah, Mr. Miles
I
scared him
didn't
the fuck
notice
off.
He a Russian bot.
Mr. Miles scared him off.
He a Russian bot.
Oh
Because
my
he
God.
claimed he seen our group up there at the Atlanta VA. So if you seen us, then why you didn't bring your ass over to the
Oh,
table?
Lord. Okay, Doc.
Yeah.
You said we was cutting.
Yeah,
we
to
was
meet
cutting
Mr.
out.
Miles.
He about to go on Mr. Cows.
Oh, I've been on that Russian bot.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Damn, we
appreciate
gotta
everybody
cut it off.
You ladies and gentlemen have a great time tomorrow.
We need
Hey,
to
my
stay on
favorite
Mr. Crowder.
cracker.
Bye,
And
Wally.
I'll holler at you
Bye,
all
Mr.
later.
Miles.
We out of
Bye,
here.
Markel.
Peace.
All right, peace.
All right,
Bye,
Steve.
everybody.
Appreciate you coming on, man. We
Yeah.
out of here.
Still,
Bye.
answer my question, bro. Answer it in the private chat.
Y'all crazy.
Y'all my boys.
We up out of here, man.
All right, man.